they ask me, can we have a challenge? I want a challenge. I want to know more. And which I think is so cool for first graders. And I tell people all the time that young kids like this, they can rule the world because they just have such good energy for learning and for being in the classroom. And they ask me, I want a challenge. I want something more. And I love that about first graders.
I'm Christy Barker. I teach at Central Intermediate School. As the librarian at Central Intermediate, I've been able to inspire not only our students, but our staff with the programming we do. Our staff gets involved with the Million Word Challenge and the 40 Book Challenge and Battle of the Books. It's our first year we're doing a Battle of the Books. So it's important that our students see our teachers as reader leaders, and that the community itself is attaching themselves to this love of reading, and it's going to trickle down into the kids and hopefully build a love and a joy for reading. Having the opportunity to reach our students and reach our staff and our community, and everyone embraces this love of learning, this love of literacy, that truly is the coolest thing about teaching in Central.
I'm Wendy Watts.
And I'm Kendall Wingate.
And we love teaching in Central. Well, we met at Wildcat 101.
Yes, I was so nervous because I didn't know anybody in the district.
I've actually been in Central all my life, but I didn't really know anyone either, but we ended up at the same school.
On the same team.
And
thankfully.
I mean, we've been best friends ever since. I mean, we really connected really quickly.
Teaching is so demanding no matter where you're at, but you want to be somewhere that you love coming to work every day. And Bellingrath is the happiest school on earth because Central is so supportive to us and what we do.
Yeah, they definitely help you grow and give you the skills that you need to be everything you need for your students.
Why do I love teaching at Central? We believe in the power of education to change lives. We're not just a school. We're a community that invests in its students and teachers. Collaboration isn't just encouraged, it's essential. Our main focus is to achieve our shared goals and make a meaningful impact on the world around us. Join us in the Central Community School System, where collaboration and growth are not just ideals, but the foundation of everything that we do. Your future is Central.
Cross country. Some call it a sport, others call it a way of life. But for me, it's been a journey of self-discovery. I wanted to push my limits and see what I was truly capable of. And what has it done for me? It's taught me resilience. It's shown me the power of perseverance. But most importantly, it's given me a sense of belonging. Cross country isn't just about running. It's about finding yourself in every step you take.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Wildcats. I'm Manny. Buckle up this weekend, have a good time, and drive safe. Go Wildcats.
My name is Casey Basso. I teach at Tanglewood Elementary. I am a first grade math, science, and social studies teacher. This is my 16th year teaching and in the district. My favorite thing about teaching first grade is just the kids who are in class, and when we're doing something and they get excited, they ask me, can we have a challenge? I want a challenge. I want to know more. And which I think is so cool for first graders. And I tell people all the time that young kids like this, they can rule the world because they just have such good energy for learning and for being in the classroom. And they ask me, I want a challenge. I want something more. And I love that about first graders.
I'm Christy Barker. I teach at Central Intermediate School. As the librarian at Central Intermediate, I've been able to inspire not only our students, but our staff with the programming we do. Our staff gets involved with the Million Word Challenge and the 40 Book Challenge and Battle of the Books. It's our first year we're doing a Battle of the Books. So it's important that our students see our teachers as reader leaders, and that the community itself is attaching themselves to this love of reading, and it's going to trickle down into the kids and hopefully build a love and a joy for reading. Having the opportunity to reach our students and reach our staff and our community, and everyone embraces this love of learning, this love of literacy, that truly is the coolest thing about teaching in Central.
I'm Wendy Watts.
And I'm Kendall Wingate.
And we love teaching in Central. Well, we met at Wildcat 101.
Yes, I was so nervous because I didn't know anybody in the district.
I've actually been in Central all my life, but I didn't really know anyone either, but we ended up at the same school.
On the same team.
And
thankfully.
I mean, we've been best friends ever since. I mean, we really connected really quickly.
Teaching is so demanding no matter where you're at, but you want to be somewhere that you love coming to work every day. And Bellingrath is the happiest school on earth because Central is so supportive to us and what we do.
Yeah, they definitely help you grow and give you the skills that you need to be everything you need for your students.
Why do I love teaching at Central? We believe in the power of education to change lives. We're not just a school, we're a community that invests in its students and teachers. Collaboration isn't just encouraged, it's essential. Our main focus is to achieve our shared goals and make a meaningful impact on the world around us. Join us in the Central Community School System, where collaboration and growth are not just ideals, but a foundation of everything that we do. Your future is Central.
Cross country. Some call it a sport, others call it a way of life. But for me, it's been a journey of self-discovery. I wanted to push my limits and see what I was truly capable of. And what has it done for me? It's taught me resilience. It's shown me the power of perseverance. But most importantly, it's given me a sense of belonging. Cross country isn't just about running. It's about finding yourself in every step you take.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Hey Wildcats, I'm Manny. Buckle up this weekend, have a good time, and drive safe. Go Wildcats.
My name is Casey Basso. I teach at Tanglewood Elementary. I am a first grade math, science, and social studies teacher. This is my 16th year teaching and in the district. My favorite thing about teaching first grade is just the kids who are in class, and when we're doing something and they get excited, they ask me, can we have a challenge? I want a challenge. I want to know more. And which I think is so cool for first graders. And I tell people all the time that young kids like this, they can rule the world because they just have such good energy for learning and for being in the classroom. And they do, they ask me, I want a challenge. I want something more. And I love that about first graders.
I'm Christy Barker. I teach at Central Intermediate School. As the librarian at Central Intermediate, I've been able to inspire not only our students, but our staff with the programming we do. Our staff gets involved with the Million Word Challenge and the 40 Book Challenge and Battle of the Books. It's our first year we're doing a Battle of the Books. So it's important that our students see our teachers as reader leaders, and that the community itself is attaching themselves to this love of reading, and it's going to trickle down into the kids and hopefully build a love and a joy for reading. Having the opportunity to reach our students and reach our staff and our community, and everyone embraces this love of learning, this love of literacy, that truly is the coolest thing about teaching in Central.
I'm Wendy Watts.
And I'm Kendall Wingate.
And we love teaching in Central. Well, we met at Wildcat 101.
Yes, I was so nervous because I didn't know anybody in the district.
I've actually been in Central all my life, but I didn't really know anyone either, but we ended up at the same school.
On the same team.
And
thankfully.
I mean, we've been best friends ever since. I mean, we really connected really quickly.
Teaching is so demanding no matter where you're at, but you want to be somewhere that you love coming to work every day. And Bellingrath is the happiest school on earth because Central is so supportive to us and what we do.
Yeah, they definitely help you grow and give you the skills that you need to be everything you need for your students.
Why do I love teaching at Central? We believe in the power of education to change lives. We're not just a school, we're a community that invests in its students and teachers. love teaching at Central? We believe in the power of education to change lives. We're not just a school, we're a community that invests in its students and teachers. Collaboration isn't just encouraged, it's essential. Our main focus is to achieve our shared goals and make a meaningful impact on the world around us. Join us in the Central Community School System, where collaboration and growth are not just ideals, but a foundation of everything that we do. Your future is Central.
Cross country. Some call it a sport, others call it a way of life. But for me, been a journey of self-discovery. I wanted to push my limits and see what I was truly capable of. And what has it done for me? It's taught me resilience. It's shown me the power of perseverance. But most importantly, it's given me a sense of belonging. Cross country isn't just about running. It's about finding yourself in every step you take.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Hey Wildcats, I'm Manny. Buckle up this weekend, have a good time, and drive safe. Go Wildcats.
My name is Casey Basso. I teach at Tanglewood Elementary. I am a first grade math, science, and social studies teacher. This is my 16th year teaching and in the district. My favorite thing about teaching first grade is just the kids who are in class, and when we're doing something and they get excited, they ask me, can we have a challenge? I want a challenge. I want to know more. And which I think is so cool for first graders. And I tell people all the time that young kids like this, they can rule the world because they just have such good energy for learning and for being in the classroom. And they do, they ask me, I want a challenge. I want something more. And I love that about first graders.
I'm Christy Barker. I teach at Central Intermediate School. As the librarian at Central Intermediate, I've been able to inspire not only our students, but our staff with the programming we do. Our staff gets involved with the Million Word Challenge and the 40 Book Challenge and Battle of the Books. It's our first year we're doing a Battle of the Books. So it's important that our students see our teachers as reader leaders, and that the community itself is attaching themselves to this love of reading, and it's going to trickle down into the kids and hopefully build a love and a joy for reading. Having the opportunity to reach our students and reach our staff and our community, and everyone embraces this love of learning, this love of literacy, that truly is the coolest thing about teaching in Central.
I'm Wendy Watts.
And I'm Kendall Wingate.
And we love teaching in Central. Well, we met at Wildcat 101.
Yes, I was so nervous because I didn't know anybody in the district.
I've actually been in Central all my life, but I didn't really know anyone either, but we ended up at the same school.
On the same team.
And
thankfully.
I mean, we've been best friends ever since. I mean, we really connected really quickly.
Teaching is so demanding no matter where you're at, but you want to be somewhere that you love coming to work every day. And Bellingrath is the happiest school on earth because Central is so supportive to us and what we do.
Yeah, they definitely help you grow and give you the skills that you need to be everything you need for your students.
Why do I love teaching at Central? We believe in the power of education to change lives. We're not just a school, we're a community that invests in its students and teachers. Collaboration isn't just encouraged, it's essential. Our main focus is to achieve our shared goals and make a meaningful impact on the world around us. Join us in the Central Community School System, where collaboration and growth are not just ideals, but a foundation of everything that we do. Your future is Central.
Cross country. Some call it a sport, others call it a way of life. But for me, it's been a journey of self-discovery. I wanted to push my limits and see what I was truly capable of. And what has it done for me? It's taught me resilience. It's shown me the power of perseverance. But most importantly, it's given me a sense of belonging. Cross country isn't just about running. It's about finding yourself in every step you take.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Hey Wildcats, I'm Manny. Buckle up this weekend, have a good time, and drive safe. Go Wildcats.
My name is Casey Basso. I teach at Tanglewood Elementary. I am a first grade math, science, and social studies teacher. This is my 16th year teaching and in the district. My favorite thing about teaching first grade is just the kids who are in class, and when we're doing something and they get excited, they ask me, can we have a challenge? I want a challenge. I want to know more. And which I think is so cool for first graders. And I tell people all the time that young kids like this, they can rule the world because they just have such good energy for learning and for being in the classroom. And they do, they ask me, I want a challenge. I want something more. And I love that about first graders.
I'm Christy Barker. I teach at Central Intermediate School. As the librarian at Central Intermediate, I've been able to inspire not only our students, but our staff with the programming we do. Our staff gets involved with the Million Word Challenge and the 40 Book Challenge and Battle of the Books. It's our first year we're doing a Battle of the Books. So it's important that our students see our teachers as reader leaders, and that the community itself is attaching themselves to this love of reading, and it's going to trickle down into the kids and hopefully build a love and a joy for reading. Having the opportunity to reach our students and reach our staff and our community, and everyone embraces this love of learning, this love of literacy, that truly is the coolest thing about teaching in Central.
I'm Wendy Watts.
And I'm Kendall Wingate.
And we love teaching in Central. Well, we met at Wildcat 101.
Yes, I was so nervous because I didn't know anybody, in the district.
I've actually been in Central all my life, but I didn't really know anyone either, but we ended up at the same school.
On the same team.
And
Thankfully.
I mean, we've been best friends ever since. I mean, we really connected really quickly.
Teaching is so demanding no matter where you're at, but you want to be somewhere that you love coming to work every day. And Bellingrath is the happiest school on earth because Central is so supportive to us and what we do.
Yeah, they definitely help you grow and give you the skills that you need to be everything you need for your students.
Why do I love teaching at Central? We believe in the power of education to change lives. We're not just a school, we're a community that invests in its students and teachers. Collaboration isn't just encouraged, it's essential. Our main focus is to achieve our shared goals and make a meaningful impact on the world around us. Join us in the Central Community School System, where collaboration and growth are not just ideals, but the foundation of everything that we do. Your future is Central.
Cross country. Some call it a sport, others call it a way of life. But for me, it's been a journey of self-discovery. I wanted to push my limits and see what I was truly capable of. And what has it done for me? It's taught me resilience. It's shown me the power of perseverance. But most importantly, it's given me a sense of belonging. Cross country isn't just about running. It's about finding yourself in every step you take.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Hey Wildcats, I'm Manny. Buckle up this weekend, have a good time, and drive safe. Go Wildcats.
My name is Casey Basso. I teach at Tanglewood Elementary. I am a first grade math, science, and social studies teacher. This is my 16th year teaching and in the district. My favorite thing about teaching first grade is just the kids who are in class, and when we're doing something and they get excited, they ask me, can we have a challenge? I want a challenge. I want to know more. And which I think is so cool for first graders. And I tell people all the time that young kids like this, they can rule the world because they just have such good energy for learning and for being in the classroom. And they do, they ask me, I want a challenge. I want something more. And I love that about first graders.
I'm Christy Barker. I teach at Central Intermediate School. As the librarian at Central Intermediate, I've been able to inspire not only our students, but our staff with the programming we do. Our staff gets involved with the Million Word Challenge and the 40 Book Challenge and Battle of the Books. It's our first year we're doing a Battle of the Books. So it's important that our students see our teachers as reader leaders, and that the community itself is attaching themselves to this love of reading, and it's going to trickle down into the kids and hopefully build a love and a joy for reading. Having the opportunity to reach our students and reach our staff and our community, and everyone embraces this love of learning, this love of literacy, that truly is the coolest thing about teaching in Central.
I'm Wendy Watts.
And I'm Kendall Wingate.
And we love teaching in Central. Well, we met at Wildcat 101.
Yes, I was so nervous because I didn't know anybody in the district.
I've actually been in Central all my life, but I didn't really know anyone either, but we ended up at the same school.
On the same team.
And
thankfully.
I mean, we've been best friends ever since. I mean, we really connected really quickly.
Teaching is so demanding no matter where you're at, but you want to be somewhere that you love coming to work every day. And Bellingrath is the happiest school on earth because Central is so supportive to us and what we do.
Yeah, they definitely help you grow and give you the skills that you need to be everything you need for your students.
Why do I love teaching at Central? We believe in the power of education to change lives. We're not just a school, we're a community that invests in its students and teachers. Collaboration isn't just encouraged, it's essential. Our main focus is to achieve our shared goals and make a meaningful impact on the world around us. Join us in the Central Community School System, where collaboration and growth are not just ideals, but a foundation of everything that we do. Your future is Central.
Cross country. Some call it a sport, others call it a way of life. But for me, it's been a journey of self-discovery. I wanted to push my limits and see what I was truly capable of. And what has it done for me? It's taught me resilience. It's shown me the power of perseverance. But most importantly, it's given me a sense of belonging. Cross country isn't just about running. It's about finding yourself in every step you take.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Hey Wildcats, I'm Manny. Buckle up this weekend, have a good time, and drive safe. Go Wildcats.
My name is Casey Basso. I teach at Tanglewood Elementary. I am a first grade math, science, and social studies teacher. This is my 16th year teaching and in the district. My favorite thing about teaching first grade is just the kids who are in class, and when we're doing something and they get excited, they ask me, can we have a challenge? I want a challenge. I want to know more. And which I think is so cool for first graders. And I tell people all the time that young kids like this, they can rule the world because they just have such good energy for learning and for being in the classroom. And they do. They ask me, I want a challenge. I want something more. And I love that about first graders.
I'm Christy Barker. I teach at Central Intermediate School. As the librarian at Central Intermediate, I've been able to inspire not only our students, but our staff with the programming we do. Our staff gets involved with the Million Word Challenge and the 40 Book Challenge and Battle of the Books. It's our first year we're doing a Battle of the Books. So it's important that our students see our teachers as reader leaders, and that the community itself is attaching themselves to this love of reading, and it's going to trickle down into the kids and hopefully build a love and a joy for reading. Having the opportunity to reach our students and reach our staff and our community, and everyone embraces this love of learning, this love of literacy, that truly is the coolest thing about teaching in Central.
I'm Wendy Watts.
And I'm Kendall Wingate.
And we love teaching in Central. Well, we met at Wildcat 101.
Yes, I was so nervous because I didn't know anybody in the district.
I've actually been in Central all my life, but I didn't really know anyone either, but we ended up at the same school.
On the same team.
And
thankfully.
I mean, we've been best friends ever since. I mean, we really connected really quickly.
Teaching is so demanding no matter where you're at, but you want to be somewhere that you love coming to work every day. And Bellingrath is the happiest school on earth because Central is so supportive to us and what we do.
Yeah, they definitely help you grow and give you the skills that you need to be everything you need for your students.
Why do I love teaching at Central? We believe in the power of education to change lives. We're not just a school, we're a community that invests in its students and teachers. Collaboration isn't just encouraged, it's essential. Our main focus is to achieve our shared goals and make a meaningful impact on the world around us. Join us in the Central Community School System, where collaboration and growth are not just ideals, but a foundation of everything that we do. Your future is Central.
Cross country. Some call it a sport, others call it a way of life. But for me, it's been a journey of self-discovery. I wanted to push my limits and see what I was truly capable of. And what has it done for me? It's taught me resilience. It's shown me the power of perseverance. But most importantly, it's given me a sense of belonging. Cross country isn't just about running. It's about finding yourself in every step you take.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
The perfect.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wildcat Stadium for tonight's matchup between the Central Wildcats and the
Greetings from Wildcat Stadium, where tonight your Central High School Wildcats host the Broncos of Zachary High School. Mario Jerez here, alongside Coach Wesley Watts, and you are watching Wildcats football. This game was delayed a little bit. We have some adverse weather conditions here tonight, obviously. As of right now, we are scheduled for a 7:30 coin toss and then kickoff immediately following, so we'll see if the schedule holds true, Coach Watts. But either way, big one here tonight. Very excited to be with you once again, and obviously bragging rights on the line. This is a rivalry. These two programs, I should say, know each other very well, but this game could also determine seeding in the state playoffs. So a lot on the line. Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is as good as it gets in terms of the records and the rivalry. This is high school football at its finest. A little setback with the weather. It's not ideal, but I still think once this thing settles in and teams get used to it, it's going to be a great contest. And yeah, a lot on the line here for both teams. Both teams have had a lot of success for several years now. And, yeah, you got two heavyweights going at it tonight.
Well said. Like you said, both of these teams are very successful. Zachary really consistent with that success. This year they're 6-1. Their only loss was to Acadiana, 43-28 back in week 2. And they defeated Dutchtown in the state semifinals last season. That was the same Griffin team that defeated Central in the quarterfinals. So these two teams almost met in the playoffs. But after that game, Zachary goes on to lose to Ruston in the state title game, but another really good season. And they're led by head coach David Brewerton in his 11th season. And when you talk about championship pedigree, Coach Watts, Coach Brew definitely has that. State titles in 2015, 2017, 2018, and 2021. So obviously it doesn't mean everything here tonight. A loss isn't fatal for either team, but definitely kind of a measuring stick for both programs.
Yeah, and winning breeds winning, right? And so they've got the ball they've got it rolling over there at Zachary High School. They know what it's like to win and win big and win at the highest level. And man, if you're getting to the Superdome, you've had an amazing season, and so they've done that several times and walked away with the state championship, which, you know, those things just don't happen very often. And so to have 4 in the last 11 years, last 10 years is pretty impressive. So it is a great measuring stick. This is where Central wants to be. This is where we want to be at that level. And so it's one way to get there, play against teams that are like that.
Well said. One more game following this at Scotlandville to conclude the regular season. While we have a moment, let's get to tonight's starters. First for the Wildcats offense, the listed starters at wide receiver, Keithan Womack, Kylan Thomas, and Tyron Williams. Getting to start at quarterback once again, Jackson Furman, the senior here on senior night. And the starting running backs tonight, Marvin Joseph, Jaden Garnett, and Keldon Cooper, who will also get some reps. Starting offensive line from left to right, John Cummings, Graham Harris, Landon Crochet, Braden Ringe, and Devin Reed for the Wildcats offense. As far as the Wildcats defense here tonight, led by DC Anthony Camp, the starting secondary is Caden Lute, Marvin Joseph, Stephen Rennell, and Blason Stoken, Alex Stewart, Jake Jarrow, KD Mays, and Mason Moore, the starting linebackers here tonight. And the starting D-line from left to right, DK Mays, Connor Scott, Deshad Sheridan, and Scott Smith. Kind of a slow start on both sides of the football last week, Coach Watts, but a lot of good in the second half as you outscore Liberty 35-0, and you definitely want to carry over that momentum into tonight.
Absolutely. I thought it showed a lot of poise and toughness by the Central team, because Liberty just came out and just controlled the game, and it just kind of lulled you to sleep. And, again, I've never seen a football game where a team kept the ball the entire first quarter. Yeah. And so for the Cats to bounce back down 14-0 at half and find a way to come out, not just win the second half, but pretty much dominate the second half, I thought it showed a lot about the character of these kids. And we have another tough test tonight.
Well said. And coaching staff, great job with the adjustments. Obviously, I'm sure both sides of the football got a good talking to during that halftime break, and you definitely saw that come to fruition in the second half. Like we said, you outscore Liberty 35-0. Central also gets 3 touchdown runs from Marvin Joseph, who had one of his better games of the season. I feel like they're trying to get him out into space versus running between the tackles, so I like the growth of the running game. And Marvin Joseph, great game last week. Defensively, you pitched a shutout in the second half. You forced 2 successfully recovered fumbles, so you're taking the ball away. And Nathan Zimmer, I feel like, deserves a lot of credit, Coach Watts. Low-key having a really good season, very consistent kicking field goals, and a 5-for-5 effort on PATs last week. So he certainly deserves a lot of credit.
Absolutely. After watching him last year, he obviously has plenty of leg, but a little bit inconsistent. He has been so consistent this year. It's been that maturity has been awesome to see. And, that's – you don't always get that in a high school football team. So that's a weapon. That's man, there's some security in that. As you can see, you watch college football games here this past week, how field goal kicking cost some teams the game.
Yes.
Extra points, dropped snap. I mean, those kinds of things. So tonight, though, man, it's going to be – I think obviously our defensive front's been really strong all year, but one of the strengths of this Zachary team is their offensive line. So it's going to be interesting to see in the beginning whose strength is going to be better than the other person's strength, right? Is Zachary's offensive line going to be able to handle us, or are we going to be able to handle them and stop the run? Because I think that's a big piece of slowing teams down is if you can stop the run, it sure makes everything else easier.
Well said. And going back to your point about the special teams, you might as well tag LSU on your Facebook status there, because I assume that's who you're talking about with the special teams blunders. But that's a good example, right? Because some of those kicks, Ramos just hooked them. It was not it was his fault, but it's a whole operation. You got to get the snap. You got to get the hold down. Central continues to be without their starting holder, so Jackson Furman's had to fill in. I feel like he's really eased into that position. But overall, the whole operation on special teams has been better as far as PATs. Nathan deserves credit, but really the entire special teams unit has done a much better job. And like you said, that could make the difference in some of these games.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to take credit away from him, but there's a whole process to that. And I wasn't just talking about LSU, but that was a part of it. I watched a couple of games last week where it made a big difference. I think it was even an NFL game where the holders, the seams just weren't the right way, and the ball hooked a little bit more. So it's just been that is really a strength when your special teams can be that consistent, and they have been all year for Central.
And we saw that really come to bite Central in a few of the games last year, including against Catholic. I believe they were 0 for 7 or 0 for 8 on extra points. The game against Zachary was a one-score game, but you fumble a kickoff return towards the very end, so all that can make a very big difference. Central definitely needs to be on their P's and Q's here tonight, but I would think they're going to be, Coach, as the Wildcats get ready to enter the field. It is senior night. It is the last home game of the regular season, and you don't want to play with too much emotion, but at the same time, guys like Jackson Furman and everybody else playing their last regular season game in this stadium, they know they're going to be playing with a lot of emotion tonight. Wildcats enter the field. We're about 2.5 minutes from kickoff here from Wildcat Stadium. Hopefully we got through the worst of the weather here, Coach. Haven't heard of another lightning strike. So hopefully we can play some football here soon.
Yep, that'd be nice. Those lightning strikes are nothing to play with.
Not at all. And Zachary getting ready to enter the field as well. Like we said, state runner-up from last year, losing to Ruston in the state title game. Getting ready to, or I should say they've already relied on a lot of new faces this year. Some good individual efforts in the game last week. DeVicchio Ruffin runs for 204 yards and 3 touchdowns against Woodlawn. He's up to 781 rushing yards this season. And they've certainly lost a lot from last year. But 8 games into the season, Coach, building the new identity under Coach Brew and looking to do some more damage.
Yeah, it just seems like they reload, right? And they have good football players. You look, there are a lot of football players playing on Saturdays right now. The quarterback at Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Trades Green is starting to really show himself at LSU as a wide receiver. Those guys were there last year, so hard to replace, but they found a way to do it and obviously do it well. So they still have a lot of good football players at Zachary High School.
Broncos enter the field, 6-1 this season. Lone loss coming to Acadiana early in the season. Looks like the Broncos are ready to play here tonight. Expecting a really good game. It was a good game at Zachary last year. Now the Wildcats get the Broncos here at home. Expecting another close contest here tonight. And speaking of the Wildcats, Coach, going back to that game against Liberty for just a second as we're getting ready for the coin toss here. A lot of good to build on in that second half. We mentioned the defense pitching a second half shutout. Caden Loop had 2 big 4th down tackles. Kylan Thomas had another touchdown reception. He's having a really good season. And I feel like they're doing a really good job drawing up run plays for Jackson Furman. He seems really comfortable running the football.
Yeah, and I think it's a good job by our coaching staff. You have to be able to run the football with some success if you're gonna be efficient on offense. I just think you have to do it. If you're having to throw it every play, it just really makes you so one-dimensional. So they've had to find some ways to do it based on injuries and guys that didn't return, and I think they've done a good job of that. Jackson's a really good athlete, so let's take advantage of that and use that to our advantage.
And they certainly have. Jackson getting another rushing touchdown last week. And the captains are out on the field for both teams. Very senior laden captain group for the Wildcats, as DK Mays is out there with Jackson Furman, as well as Braden Ringe and KD Mays. We'll see who gets the ball first in this matchup.
So Mario, I'm not the biggest turf guy. I've always played football on grass, but on a night like tonight, it's nice to have it. So you can get, because you might not be able to get, this game would be so sloppy you might not even be able to play it.
Yes, that's certainly going to be a factor. So both captains out on the field. Game was delayed by about 30 minutes. It looks like we're ready to play. Still a pretty good turnout for both sides. I'm sure there's still a lot of people in the parking lot that will make their way. Let's see who gets the football first here. Looks like Zachary has won the toss and will defer.
Yep.
So Wildcat football to start the game.
So here we go. If we can get out and establish the run a little bit, take some of the pressure off of the passing game, and that way we'd be good at both. And we're fixing to find out here shortly.
Yes, sir. Time to play the game.
Yes, finally.
Sunshine or rain. Guess we're not having an anthem here tonight. Not sure I've experienced that, but certainly understandable given the conditions.
Yeah, I think it's still coming down pretty good. So obviously getting those instruments out in the weather would probably be a problem. So they're along a little anthem.
We'll see. We'll also see about the senior night festivities. Obviously it is senior night, and normally they honor.
They have postponed those.
A lot of those. I'm being told that they postponed them.
They're going to do it the first round playoff game, which is pretty much as sure to being at home.
I was going to say, you certainly hope and think that this would not be the last time we're in here.
Yeah, and you just don't want this to be your senior night in a situation like this for those parents and those players.
For sure.
So I wonder if that works in our advantage, Mario. There's kind of a little bit more of a sedated crowd just because of the weather, and does that help us or hurt us?
Could be. I was telling you before the game, I feel like as a player it could be a good bonding experience to have to wait and finally get the okay, and hopefully the Wildcats come out with some energy after that long delay, as we are just about ready to go. Broncos have it on the tee. And that is Rafael Costa, ready to kick off for the Broncos. Zachary 6-1, Central 7-1, big game in the district, and we are underway here from Wildcat Stadium. Kickoff is out of bounds, so the Wildcats will get it first, moving right to left with good field position. Wildcat football to start the game. So already, and maybe the weather and the wind having a factor.
Yep, wet, slipping. And to all of our viewers out there, we're working on the window to try and get you a better picture. It's just kind of tough keeping it dry right now.
In the meantime, we'll be as descriptive as we could be on the play-by-play and the color commentary. Mario Jerez here with Wesley Watts, filling in for Josh Johns, feeling a little under the weather. Certainly we hope Josh is doing okay, and we hope to see him soon. Wildcats football to start the game. Jackson Furman.
Here we go.
Coming off a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown last week. Opens the game in the shotgun. And already got a pre-snap penalty. So a penalty on the kickoff with the opening kick going out of bounds, and now a pre-snap penalty. Looks like an illegal shift going against the Wildcats.
Oh, man, we had 12 on the field. So obviously somebody didn't get the message on what package that we were in. So that's not good. You start the game with 12 guys on the field to start the game. I was hoping the referee miscounted. I saw him counting. I was just hoping.
Not that time. First and 15. Ball spotted at the 30 now after the penalty. Zachary's defense losing a lot of players from last year's team, but certainly experienced now 8 games in, as the pass is caught by Kylan Thomas on the near side, and Kylan looking like he's in a slip and slide. They're going to rule him down at the 45. It's a gain of about 10. And looks like a first down for the Wildcats, brought to you by Carmina's Collision Center.
Yeah, what a great first down play. And we were overloaded to the short side, nobody to the wide side of the field, and just a little quick screen pick. And great execution. That's a great execution. It is wet. It's such a quick throw that sometimes that can be difficult for the quarterback and the receiver.
Looks like some patches of the field are wetter than others. Small pools near the numbers at both 40-yard lines.
Call those low spots.
Here's Marvin Joseph up the middle with the seam. Or no, this is a run all the way to the 36-yard line. Looks like Shane Brown getting some reps, gets some good blocks along the left side, and picks up a first down for the Wildcats.
19 yards on a run. This is what Central needs to do. Obviously, that's kind of Captain Obvious, but if we can control the football by running it, even if it's second short, third and short, that's way to our advantage.
And defensively as well, 200-plus rush yards for Liberty last week. Once again, a run to the left side.
Yep.
Nice job by Shane Brown.
That's a win. I mean, you're talking about 4 or 5 yards on first down. That's a win.
He'll take it every time. And we'll see how this impacts field goal kicking. It might be in 4-down territory sooner rather than later. So a 2nd and 5 Central, first possession of the game. Senior night here inside of Wildcat Stadium. We're underway after a 30-minute delay. Crowd continues to trickle in. Furman with Brown once again. Fakes it, throws it. Kylan Thomas, a lot of space down the sideline, inside to Zachary 20, all the way down to the Bronco 16. A good connection from Furman to Kylan Thomas to pick up 17 and a first down Wildcats, brought to you by Carmina's Collision.
Similar to what we're at on the first down play, and Coach Morris has obviously found something. A great job of blocking by our wide receivers on that little quick screen. Great job of blocking.
Tackle made by Clyde Jones, the free safety. Wildcats on the move, first possession of the ball game. They are already in the Neighbors Federal Credit Union red zone. 1st and 10 from the Zachary 16. And here comes the Wildcat formation with Marvin Joseph. Central scored 3 touchdowns off this formation last week. Here's Marvin, right side, trying to get to the edge, and he can't get there. Excellent open field tackle made by Clyde Jones, who was just in on the last play. Good first quarter so far for Jones. 2nd and 11 coming up for the Wildcats.
Yeah, that's a great play by Jones because that scores. If he doesn't make that tackle, we score. Bounced it out maybe a little too quick, but he still, man, if he makes that edge, it's over. So great open field tackle by Jones from Zachary.
We talked before the game. Feels like they're trying to get Marvin to the edges a lot more compared to early in the season, but he's being spelled here by Shane Brown, who's next to Furman here. 2nd and long. Brown up the middle. This time less room, but nice second effort by Brown to maybe pick up a extra yard or 2 after contact. Still a really good tackle made in the open field by Zachary Hogan. 3rd down coming up for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Zachary's starting to bring a little bit of heat. They kind of just sat back and tried to just kind of feeling their way through the first couple of plays, and that time they brought pressure, a little run blitz, and still not a bad play, but, for you have a 2nd and 10, it wasn't a great play. So
that'll make it 3rd and 10. 2-yard gain officially. See if they get a little closer here and keep the offense on the field on 4th down. Jackson in the pocket.
Yeah, go.
Now going to take off, trying to get to the outside, and Furman's down to the 10. Going to be short of the first down, 4th and about 2. Decision time for Coach Simino.
Yeah, it's a big decision this early in the game, but great decision by Jackson. Don't force it, and you've had a great drive, and, man, I thought he was going to pick it up. They closed pretty well. Obviously, again, they're a good football team and a good defense because they have speed, and so they closed that pretty quick. I literally thought he was going to get close to the goal line.
So they do send Simmer out there on a 4th and 4 from the 11. Central elects to try a 28-yard field goal. Nathan from the left hash puts it up, and looks like he missed it. Didn't quite have the sight line, to be honest with you, but no good, says the referee. So the Wildcats come away empty, and Zachary takes over with 8:05 left in the first quarter.
Just a little wide left. Still a great first drive. Great first drive.
All field goal attempts tonight brought to you by Ivy Construction. All kickoffs brought to you by AP Dodson. 8:05 left in this first quarter. Bronco football 0-0. Thought they might go for it there, honestly, Coach.
Yeah, that's a tough call. Went for one the first half last week, and I think you had a great drive there. You don't want to walk away empty, even though you did, but we've been so consistent kicking it. That's one of those, if you make the field goal, yay. If you go for it and you don't make it, everybody says, why didn't you kick the field goal?
Yeah,
I mean, it's
hindsight.
just as a coach, that's so easy to second-guess those decisions from a coach. But I know they had their reasons. And
Either way, Broncos football. Run up the middle, unsuccessful. Wildcats sniff it out. Multiple black jerseys in on the play, including Alexander Stewart, second and long coming up for the Broncos.
great first down play. And that's where I really think this game is going to be won or lost right there on which team can run the football. And we ran it well the first series, so hopefully we keep this up. It's tough in the run for them.
Davicchio Ruffin on the last run. Ruffin with a big game last week against Woodlawn, 204 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that wasn't just one guy making a tackle. There were 3 guys in position to make that play, which is very encouraging.
They'll have to do that. Some big backs here for Zachary. Caleb Gonzalez, first-year quarterback, puts it up the middle, and he's got a man close to a first down and still going. Wildcats still can't get him down all the way down to the 43-yard line of Zachary. A big pass play as the catch is made by Benji Dixon. First down for the Broncos.
Yeah, in a wet field, again, that's just a little simple curl and a flat route, and he hits the curl route. But as a defender with a wet field, you're way at a disadvantage to the wide receiver because the wide receiver knows where he's going. So he can plant and make cuts much easier. So it don't have to be an exotic route to get open. Do have to make the tackle. I mean, he catches a 10-yard pass, you make the tackle, let's go play the next set of downs. You can't miss the tackle and give them an extra 15.
And the Broncos, to their credit, did make some nice tackles in the open field. So Central had to match that. As Gonzalez in a pistol set, hands off to Ruffin once again and nowhere to go as he's taken down near the 45. Caden Loop, coming off a great effort last week, makes the defensive play. Second down for Zachary.
Again, great first down play with multiple guys in position to make that tackle.
Gain of 4 to bring up 2nd and 6. 6:40 left in this first quarter. Senior night here from Wildcat Stadium. Central just 1-8 against Zachary since 2014. So trying to break that trend just a little bit. Here's Gonzalez, gives to Ruffin. And he's taken down near the 50. Nice wrap up by Mason Moore to limit the yardage. 3rd and about 3 coming up for Zachary.
Yeah, still not bad. I mean, you're making them earn it and making them run extra plays. So I can live with this. Obviously, we'd much rather them be 3rd and 5 or more, but still stopping the run pretty effectively. I was concerned about that because they have a really good offensive line, and so our defensive front's going to be challenged all night, but they've done a good job so far.
And a great 1-2 punch. We've seen Ruffin thus far, but Jacarius Johnson also 3 touchdowns last week in the game against Woodlawn. 3rd and 3. Here's the fake to Ruffin. Gonzalez stops, pops, puts it up over the middle and connects once again. Second reception for Troy Cheney. And they got a first down inside the Wildcat 40.
What a great catch. We were actually in good position there. That was a great catch by Zachary. Central came up and really went press man there and put a lot of pressure on him, and the quarterback did a good job of getting rid of it before taking the lick. And, again, made them make a tough throw, and they made the play. I mean, kudos to them.
And that water's scary, kind of like driving and being afraid of hydroplaning. Got to be careful in the open field. As we have some pre-snap movement,
Yep.
Wildcats D-line pointed it out right away, and looks like they'll punish the Broncos for 5 yards here.
Yep, right tackle. I think he put his hand down and picked it back up, decided to reset again, which you cannot do.
Nope. We've had pre-snap penalties on both offenses. So that'll put them behind the sticks, 1st and 15 at the Wildcat 46.
It's nice to see this is just a good competitive game, and, these two teams, it's a rivalry, and we're hoping it doesn't, have some of the silliness, the stupid penalties and stupid actions. So far it's just playing good, hard football.
Ruffin up the middle, looking for room. Can't get away from the defense. First contact made by, looks like Riley Raspberry. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Yep, 2nd and 11. Pick up about 4 again.
That may have been Connor Scott, 9 looked like the 4. Nice play by Connor Scott.
It's kind of hard to see through this window, Mario.
You're not lying.
Got a lot of water on it.
We're doing our best. I know the camera situation
Yep.
isn't ideal, so we're trying to be as descriptive as we could possibly be. But we thank the crew for doing a great job making it happen through some adverse weather tonight.
They're doing a great job.
2nd and 10. Under pressure,
Gotta make the
Gonzalez,
play.
and he's taken down at the 50 by K.D. Mays. Big play on 2nd down. Will make it 3rd and a mile for the Broncos.
Yeah, that makes it 3rd and 20. And that's man, a defensive front is doing a great job so far. They kind of walked through the first half last week, but they have showed up big tonight.
That is not the case tonight, as you said. Nice job by Mays to not let go. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 19 officially. They need to get to the Wildcat 31 to move the sticks.
Quarterback's pretty tough. I thought he was going to get out of it, and Mays is not a little person, big, strong guy. I thought he was going to get out of that, but great job by him to hanging on and finishing that play.
3rd and long. Here's Ruffin up the middle trying to get away, and he can't. Taken down at the 49 as the hit was made by Mays once again. 2 great snaps in a row for K.D. Mays, and it's 4th down for the Broncos.
And so this is where the wet can really become an issue. The snap, the hole for a punt, and then also just the receiver. You got to be really smart here if you're the punt returner. Ball's going to be spinning different. It's going to be doing weird things in the air. If you're not sure, just let it go.
Costa back out there to punt. He kicked it out of bounds on the opening kickoff. Believe that's Steven Rennell back there at the Wildcat 10. Some pressure on the punt, and they may have gotten a fingertip on that. Change the trajectory slightly, but it'll still take a Bronco bounce, and there is a flag down as well. May have had some contact.
Referee threw a flag, and he threw another flag. I felt like they got a piece of it, but they might be calling roughing the passer. Hopefully it's a 5-yarder.
I thought so too, Coach. You looked at the trajectory of the ball. The trajectory of the ball changed, I thought. But we'll see what they call here. Either way, you have different degrees of this penalty. We'll see if it's enough for the 1st down.
I'm wondering the second flag. I don't know if I were out of frustration, one of our guys said something to the referee.
As you said a minute ago, Coach, got to keep your emotions in check.
Man, this could be huge. I mean, you're talking about getting the football back versus them getting it in Central Territory, in our territory. So hopefully that's not the case.
2:49 left in the 1st quarter. Wildcats miss a field goal on the opening drive, and the Broncos kick it away on their first offensive possession, but multiple flags down at the 40-yard line. Referees are conferring. Always appreciate the officials, Coach. I know we have a shortage in the state right now.
Yep. Yeah, we need to treat them better. My coaching days, I would go back and I would definitely treat referees better. They deserve better.
Good for you, as they call it.
Too late to go back.
Well, all you can do is pay it forward.
There you go.
Coach. So I respect that. Is they call the
we need them.
Defensive holding here on the Wildcats. At least that was the original signal. They're still discussing, though.
Well, how many penalties were there?
Saw the signal for holding on the Wildcats. So the holding penalty is declined. Then a personal foul. Looks like a running into the kicker. And an unsportsmanlike conduct against Zachary as well, it looks like.
So unsportsmanlike against both, running into the kicker, which means they should be replaying 4th down with a 5-yard penalty. No, did they call it a personal foul, roughing the kicker?
They did.
Okay, so it's 1st down.
Yes, he signaled 1st down.
All right, so the other two, the unsportsmanlike fouls offset. It'll be 1st down with Zachary.
That's unfortunate.
Yep.
Great defensive stand. K.D. Mays makes 2 TFLs in a row, all for naught. So that's unfortunate. And in a game like this, margin for error might be really small. Got to avoid self-inflicted mistakes like that.
Yep, for sure.
So a couple completed passes already for Caleb Gonzalez on this opening drive. 2 receptions already for Trey Chaney. Both of them going for 1st downs. And now the Broncos will play on the Wildcat side of the field after all this. Coach Simino having a few words with the officials. 2nd season here at Central.
There was a lot going on.
That there is. While we have a moment, let's hear from our sponsors. This timeout is brought to you by our legacy sponsor, Carmina's Collision Center. Stay local. Go see Nick and his staff for quality and expert care at Carmina's Collision Center. We'd also like to recognize these maroon level sponsors: A&B, General Plumbing, Bank of Zachary, CAS Roofing and Advising, DNL Electric, and Davis Law Firm. Thank you for all your support of Central High School football. Hope we have some turnovers tonight, Coach, so we can tell them about Louisiana
Louisiana
Turf.
There you go. I like it.
Shout out to all.
Hopefully it's all Zachary turnovers, though, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All of our partners, including Concord Family Dental, as well as Central Cross Threads. Really grateful for everybody who makes this broadcast possible. So after all that, 1st and 10 Zachary in Central Territory. Ball spotted at the Wildcat 49. Caleb Gonzalez, first-year starter, takes a snap, fakes the Ruffins. He's under some pressure, puts it up, and it's intercepted. Wildcats have the football, running inside the 40, out of bounds at the 36. Steven Runnell makes the easy interception for the Wildcats, and just like that, Central snatches the momentum back. That play brought to you by Louisiana Turf Company. First down, Wildcats.
Yeah, that was strictly just made by pressure on the quarterback. I mean, that's a great play design. I think the back out the backfield was about to have a chance to run by us, but just a great job of putting pressure on the quarterback, making him throw it before he wanted to, and great job by the defense.
Looks like he just didn't see Steven.
Yeah, he had no chance to see him. He had no chance to see him. We were playing two high safeties, and they stayed home, which was a great play by them, but that was all predicated by pressure on the quarterback.
Central football for the second time. Good field position. Here's a snap. Brown up the middle with some space. Big play for the Wildcats. Inside the 20, inside the 10, inside the 5. Second effort. They will rule it just short. What an individual effort by Shane Brown to get all the way to the Zachary 1. And it's 1st and goal for the Wildcats.
That's how you come back after a turnover. Again, running the football makes all the difference in the world, taking the pressure off of your quarterback and your offense.
And did they rule this a touchdown?
No.
No, they're just going to change formation.
Yeah, we're going to the Wildcat look, which I guess they named that after Central. I don't know.
For the sake of this broadcast, we can say that they did. Shout out to Ronnie Brown and Ricky Williams.
We only got 9.
1st and goal, Wildcats. Marvin Joseph running the controls. He'll take the direct snap here. And a flag before the play. This is unfortunate. And that changes everything as far as play calling, if it is against the Wildcats.
Yep.
Timeout before they ran out of time, looks like.
Took a little too long to get the personnel in.
So a timeout on the field. And Central leads it. Or Central is about to lead it.
Hopefully.
Punch it in here 0-0. Really good turnout here on senior night. Again, the festivities for senior nights delayed until the next home game, which is hopefully in the postseason. Either way, very grateful to all the seniors for their service here in the last 4 years. And, Coach, they've certainly seen a lot from the transition to Sid Brown to Coach Simino. This team came in with some expectations. So far, they've lived up to it. And regardless what happens for the rest of the season, these group of seniors has a lot to be proud of. Absolutely.
They've carried the torch really well. Gone through some tough transition, but which is always hard. But, man, they've bought in, and they're fun to watch. They're a fun group of kids to watch. So hopefully just keep our poise tonight. You should be excited right now and ride this momentum, but keep our poise and not have any kind of the silly turnovers we had like we did, or penalties, I should say, on the punt.
As Coach said, you forced Zachary to punt, but a personal foul penalty gave the Broncos a first down. However, Steven Runnell with an interception, and now the Wildcats sitting pretty 1st and goal from the Zachary 1. Marvin Joseph in the Wildcat once again, and a low snap got away from Marvin, and needs to scoop it at the 9-yard line, and he's going to be ruled down at the 10. There is a flag down, I believe, on the far side, but a big defensive play for Zachary. Looks like the hit was made by Kalen Conrad.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's the snap. He's been really consistent all year long. And
however, the Broncos were offsides. What a gift.
Yes, thank you.
So a couple of costly penalties for both sides so far.
Yeah, that's a big one. And, when you get down there that tight, it's easy to get that nose over the football. It just got to pay attention. Again, you're dealing with high school kids. They're doing everything they can to get as close as possible and as low as possible. And sometimes they just eke a little too far.
Well said. They'll try again. First and goal up the middle once again. And it's a touchdown for the Wildcats. Marvin Joseph gets some help on the push, or Jackson Furman, I should say, gets into the end zone. His second straight rushing touchdown in as many weeks, and Central has drawn first blood.
Yeah, I've just simplified it a little bit with the wet. It's probably a good idea to get in, get under center, be a little bit more secure with the snap, and punch that in. So, man, a little bit of a blunder by our part on the shotgun snap. Thankful that Zachary made a mistake there with the offsides penalty, and so big turn of events there. Man, they've had some big swinging plays here with penalties on both sides.
Set up well by the Stephen Rennell interception. Jackson Furman finishes the job from 1 yard out. That touchdown brought to you by Keys Pro Paint and Body. And now Zimmer on for the extra point. It is good. PAT brought to you by Ivy Construction. And with 1:51 left in the first quarter, Central leads Zachary 7-0. We're back after this short break. You're watching
Here we go, Wildcats.
Yes, sir.
Zimmer.
7-0. Wildcats lead it with 1:51 left in the first quarter. Jackson Furman on senior night opens the festivities with a 1 yard rushing touchdown. And the Wildcats persevere through some poorly timed penalties and draw first blood.
Huge turnover. Great run on first down after the turnover, getting us down to the goal line. And, yeah, man, this is a lot different than the first quarter last week, Mario.
Yes, it is. Great start for Central after the Wildcats trailed 14-0 at the half last week. Zimmer puts it in the air. Kind of a line drive kick, but it is into the end zone anyway. 1st and 10 for the Broncos.
I'm not going to lie. With the wet field and all that, special teams make me a little nervous if you can field it. And I sure am glad to see that they don't get their hands on it to return it. Make them go 80 or 75. Where do they spot the ball, Mario? 25?
Let's see. Believe at the 20. Make them go 80.
I should know that, shouldn't I?
I feel like it, but honestly, with all the kickoff rules and the NFL,
at every level is different now.
Exactly.
Like every single one of them is different.
So I don't blame you.
Yeah.
It is a 80-yard distance that the Broncos.
So I was right the first time.
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
We'll take it. 1st and 10, Broncos. A lot of good quarterbacks coming through this program, including Eli Holstein, who's got Pitt undefeated at the moment, as Ruffin finds some room up the middle. Good second effort to get all the way down to the 27. 2nd and short coming up for the Broncos.
Yeah, good first down run by them. Obviously, we'd like to see it shut that down a little bit, but still, they're not. I'm saying this early now. That's just it doesn't look like guys have a chance to break free yet, and hopefully we can sustain that. Just don't give them the big play. Just don't give them the big play.
We know the Broncos can run the football. 200-plus yard effort for Ruffin in a game last week against Woodlawn. 3 touchdowns in that game for Ruffin as well. Here's a play fake. Short pass is caught, but nowhere to go. Excellent open field tackle made once again by Caden Loop right after Jaden Cockerham caught the football. 3rd down for Zachary.
Yeah, man, that's a great tackle by him in the open field. That's 2-on-2 out there. If he don't make the tackle, they have a blocker and 1 defender left. So
that'll bring up 3rd and 5. Nice job by Loop, who's had an excellent season. 2 4th down stops last week. Has been a menace in the open field. Good start for Central's defense. Stephen Rennell got an interception on the first Zachary drive, and now the Wildcats D trying to get off the field. 3rd and 5.
Bringing pressure.
Here's a quick pass caught. 1st down for the Broncos. Down the sideline with a big play. After making the reception is Jacarius Johnson. Clutch play by Gonzalez to move the change for the Broncos.
Yeah, Central brought the house, trying to get to the quarterback before that route develops. And a great job by the quarterback. Great call, actually, because knowing the blitz is coming, knowing that they can't guard him. Again, you're taking a shot there. You're saying we're going to get to the quarterback before he can make a good throw. So kudos to them on the call and the execution. And not bad by Central. I mean, you take your shot. They had to make a really good play to pick up the first down.
Exactly. And if you are going to blitz, you still need to make the short tackle in the secondary.
Yep.
Don't want to let a 12-yard gain turn into something bigger. Gonzalez in a pistol set with Ruffin. Here's Ruffin up the middle.
That's good.
Down near the Wildcat logo. Nice team D there by the Wildcats. Mays in on the tackle with the help of Connor Scott. And the other Mays brother in there as well. 2nd and about 6 coming up for the Broncos. And looks like that'll be the last play here in the first quarter. Nice start for the Wildcats as they lead Zachary 7-0.
Yeah, it looked like so last week we stood up a lot and kind of watched and kind of just looked around. Tonight. It looks like we're really engaged. Our defensive front looks really engaged with the offensive line. And so so much better, so much better. Obviously, our coaching staff did a great job of making corrections from last week.
And we head to the second quarter with the Wildcats leading 7-0. We're back after this small break. You're watching Central Football. Wildcats lead Zachary as we head to the second quarter of play. Broncos playing a 2nd and 6 from their own 49. Caleb Gonzalez, first-year starter, has already thrown an interception for the Broncos, but has made some nice throws as well, inside and outside the pocket. Johnson, the new running back, as Ruffin will get a break. Here's Gonzalez, looks to throw, and he's got a man. Another first down for the Broncos. Short passing game working really well for Zachary right now is Christian Brooks, the ULL offer recipient, gets a first down to the Central 38.
Yeah, that's back to where it's hard defensively as a secondary guy to be able to stop and change direction. So smart by Zachary, just throwing a little short pass and making us having to make a play there. Is that the first time they've thrown it on first down? I think it is.
Believe so. Either way, good balance for Zachary so far. Caleb Gonzalez takes a shotgun snap. And believe it's Ruffin again, looking for room up the middle. Yep. Taken down near the 34. Nice job there by Mays, who's been very active in this first half. 2nd and about 6 for the Broncos.
Yep, not a bad first down play by them, but not bad by us. Again, let's keep making them run more plays. Keep making them run more plays and more chance for a mistake to be made.
Exactly. 7-0 lead for Central. Here early second quarter. Senior night for the Wildcats. This game, like we said before, our broadcast could loom large for a playoff positioning. As Gonzalez in a pistol set again. Here's Ruffin, gets a nice block near the line of scrimmage. Now bounces it out to the outside and finally forced out at 31 by Loop. Nice job getting away from contact by Ruffin. Set up a 3rd and short for the Broncos.
Yeah, he's tough. We hit him pretty hard right there, and he just kept his balance and just kept bouncing and bouncing it. Not a bad play by us. Just a really good play by them, too, just to pick up a couple. So, all right, here we go. The struggle about this right now is they probably can do anything they want, run it or throw it. So let's see what we're thinking here.
You would think it is 4-down territory for head coach David Brewerton. State champ in 2015, 2017, 2018, and 2021. His team playing a 3rd and 2. Chance of let's go Wildcats from the crowd. Here's Ruffin. trying the middle again and not much doing, really close to the marker. It'll depend where they spot it, but I believe it is going to be a first down for the Broncos.
Yep, they've given it to him.
1st and 10 inside the 30. Ball spotted at the 28 as Zachary on the move here. Looking for the tying score.
Russell with the 2-yard gain. Picks up the first down for the Broncos.
Still working on getting these windows a little clearer for everybody, Mario, but the crew is doing everything they can. It's hard to get to these windows.
We are doing our best. Crew's doing a great job, and it is getting a little bit drier.
Yeah. Maybe.
1st and 10. Play fake for Gonzalez. Short throw is almost intercepted.
What a great read.
DK Mays.
What a great read. He was coming off the edge. He saw it. He backed out of it and got a hand on the throw.
Excellent anticipation by the University of Houston commit.
Man, that's a big-time play. There aren't many high school kids that can see that and make that reaction. So that's why he's going to University of Houston.
2nd and 10 after a nice defensive play. Weather delay ahead of this one. Delayed us about 30 minutes, but we are underway now from Wildcat Stadium. Great start for Central. Stephen Rennell gets an interception. Jackson Furman punches it in from 1 yard out. Now the Broncos looking for an answer. Big run play up the middle. Nice gain on 2nd down near the first down marker. They'll spot it near the Central 20. It'll be a 3rd and short. Looks like Traylon Sept on the handoff there. A lot of depth in this Bronco backfield. As we told you, Johnson 3 touchdowns last week. Ruffin also had 3 touchdowns last week. And we've seen a heavy dose of both of them. Run up the middle once again with Sept. And he pushes the pile forward very close to that marker. It'll depend on the spot, but looks like it'll be another first down for the Broncos. So the Broncos making it known that they're trying to establish the run game. And nice job getting just enough to move the chains there. Or now they're saying he's short. The stick says 4th down. I definitely saw a referee signal first down. And now they changed the stick. 1st and 10 for the Broncos. So now the Broncos in the red zone.
Still making them run extra plays, Mario. This is a tough drive for them. They're doing a good job of it, but just keep making them run extra plays just like that.
Sept up the middle. May have lost the football. He did, but the Broncos are on top of it. Heads up play along the offensive line to scoop up that football. That was Ian Boyd who picked it up. Looked like Mays forced a fumble.
We got a Central player down right now. It's shaking up in that. Kind of a weird action there. He got caught in a weird spot, but again, making them run extra plays, Mario, and it gives them more opportunities to make a mistake.
Wildcat players shaking up. All injury timeouts tonight brought to you by Ochsner Sports Medicine.
That was almost a second turnover of the night.
So close. Like to see the defense be opportunistic.
Yeah.
Create extra possessions for yourself. Always a good thing.
Again, I'm impressed with our front. I've been impressed with them all year, and last week I thought we struggled a little bit, but they're back, and they're playing really well at this point. So that's huge. Again, we know how good Zachary can run the football. Although they've been pretty effective, we actually have done a really nice job against the run so far.
And as you said, the defense overall has been very opportunistic as we see the interception from Stephen Rennell on the first play. And this was just a basic wheel route that Zachary tries to run, but read perfectly by Central. And a big takeaway to start the game. As Coach just said, almost forced another one, but Rennell with excellent anticipation there.
Yep. Good job of just being home. If he's not there, it's a touchdown for them. So a touchdown turned into an interception because of people playing their responsibility and also pressure on the quarterback.
See if the Wildcats can create some more of those. Have already counted at least 4 or 5 tackles for KD Mays here in the early going. And still trying to see who the shaken up player is, to be honest with you.
Is it 18? 38?
I believe that is being told is Mays. And yes, now we can see the numbers a little better. That is KD Mays walking out under his own power, which is certainly a good sign. And certainly we hope he is okay.
you don't want anybody to get hurt, but he's obviously an integral part of this defense. So love to see him able to get back in this game.
Has been great on both sides of the ball this year. Excellent job as a lead blocker. Sometimes even a ball carrier. 2nd and 12 for the Broncos. 8:41 left in this first half. Wildcats lead 7-0. Here's a fake to Sepp. Gonzalez goes end zone, had a man, but he slipped just short of the end zone, and the ball falls harmlessly to the turf, and the field conditions may have saved the Wildcats there, Coach. Wide open near the end zone was Conrad. Bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, he was open, so very, very lucky there. But again, you're making them run extra plays, and they're having to execute every single one of them. So that's difficult. That's difficult.
It's definitely paid dividends, as you said. Great analysis. 3rd and 12. We'll see if they keep the offense out there, if they get a little closer. Gonzalez in the backfield with Sepp. Wildcats fans on their feet. And it's Ruffin getting the handoff up the middle, but he has nowhere to go. Taken down by a host of black jerseys. Multiple Wildcats in there for the tackle, including Deshad Sheridan. 4th and 10 coming up for Zachary. Here comes the field goal team.
Man, what a great job by our defense. Obviously, Zachary saw something. I guess they were probably expecting blitz. Everybody said, "Why are you going to run it on 3rd and 12?" Well, if Central's blitzing, it just takes one crease to pop, and you're in the end zone. So not a bad idea. Central just played it really, really well.
Rafael Costa will try to get Zachary on the board. This is a 34-yard field goal attempt right down the middle. See if the Wildcats can get some pressure. Costa puts it in the air. Looks like it has plenty of leg, but it does not have the accuracy as it is wide right. And the Wildcats defense comes up big. Central football leading 7-0.
So we're tied now on missed field goals. So that's I don't like to pull against kickers unless it's the other team, right? But again, it's still the conditions are a little tough with the wet field, and he had plenty of leg on that one, just like we did in the first one. And just your footing's a little different, and maybe they don't trust the turf. I don't know. It's just harder to kick on a wet field. But man, what a great stop by Central.
And a gift, really, with the potential touchdown. Would have tied the game, but the Zachary receiver slips, and an unsuccessful field goal on the next snap. Now the Wildcats take over 1st and 10 from their own 20. And how about Shane Brown in this game so far? Back in with Jackson Furman. Tried a lot of different guys back there. Running back, Jaden Garnett, and others. Now Brown getting an opportunity. It's Furman, but another pre-snap penalty before it can go anywhere.
It's just taking us a while to get his play in. I don't know what's going on. We got to clean that up for sure.
False start. Might have gotten to the center. After Crochet moved, it was Jaden Sparrow starting his pull, and I believe that's who they penalized. A lot of diversification in the run game from the start of the season. Just a little too quick on the trigger there.
Yeah, we were having a hard time getting settled there.
Brown back in the backfield with Jackson. Here's Furman rolling out to his right. Eyes down the field. Gets away from his sack. Just trying to throw that thing away. And finally
good play
does.
by him.
Kind of dangerous near the 30. Trying to dive for the interception was Smith. And Jeremiah Smith can't quite get there. 2nd and long coming up for Central. Field definitely making an impact so far. Both teams slipping and sliding all over the place.
Yes, indeed. This makes it a little bit more difficult. The game's been cleaner than I expected, actually, with all the rain. So both teams have done a pretty good job of handling the football. A lot of these times you see a lot of balls on the ground and just in exchanges, and we haven't seen that tonight.
2nd and 15 Wildcats. Here's Furman in the pocket, lets it go, and he's got Thomas at the 30, gets away from a man, and Kylan Thomas all the way down to the Central 38. Big gain of 23 as Furman finds KT for a first down, brought to you by Carmita's Collision Center.
Great protection and a great throw and catch. He had one-on-one down here to the short side of the field. There was nobody else. They had spread the field the other way, and one-on-one, wet field, offense has the advantage. It's just a great timing on that throw and catch.
Wildcats on the move, 1st and 10 at their own 38. Furman gives to Brown. Still churning his feet. Nice effort, but nowhere to go for Shane Brown as he runs into a wall of white jerseys. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play. Good balance for Central so far as well, Coach. Feel like they're doing a nice job of mixing in run and pass, 2nd and long. Yeah, that's the first time that we've really not had much of a positive play running the football. That's the first time, so we've done a good job of that so far. But a good job by Zachary on that play. They finally shut us down on a first down run. Wildcats lead 7-0 thanks to a 1-yard rushing touchdown from Jackson Furman. Stephen Rennell with the interception to set that up. Now the Wildcats looking to add to their lead. Shane Brown back in the backfield with Furman. Here's Jackson. Lets it go. Deep ball. Far side, and it's well underthrown.
Yeah, interference.
And a flag.
Yep. Yeah, that's a long throw, but the receiver has to have the opportunity to go for the ball. Defensive back never turned his head, so that's going to be 15 yards against them. Trying to hit Keith and Womack, and they might whistle Jeremiah Smith for the pass interference here. Yep. That's just a long throw. Jackson just probably needs to throw that a little bit quicker if he can, and because that's just such a long throw. But one-on-one out there, 50-50, Keith and Womack, I'll take my chances with that quite often. It is a pass interference against Zachary. And to your point, Coach, feels like the receiving core for this team has come a long way. With Womack and Thomas, who was involved in that car accident to start the season. A lot of reliable options for Jackson Furman. Yeah, they didn't have their best half. First half last week, they didn't play very well. They dropped a lot of balls. They came back to second half, and it's good to see them. They're playing really well tonight. Drops were an issue last week, but not so far here tonight. 1st and 10 Wildcats. Furman stands tall in the pocket, lets it go down the sideline towards the end zone, and it's incomplete. A little bit too much mustard on the pass from Jackson Furman. Trying to hit Stoken, who's getting some reps at wide receiver, 2nd and 10. Yeah, we had him. He just threw a little bit too far outside, ended up out of bounds. But I like taking some shots. Coach Morris is really mixing things up. We've taken some shots down the field now. We've run the football well, and it just keeps the defense from really being able to pin their ears back and just attack like they know what's going on. They know what you're going to run. Furman letting it fly early. In the backfield with Brown. Fake to Brown. Quick pass caught near the line of scrimmage. And Tyron Williams looks for some room down the sideline. Nice second effort there. Down at the 40-yard line, set up a 3rd and short for the Wildcats. Yeah, great second down play, getting us in manageable 3rd down. This could be 4-down territory, too. I mean, you're on the 40. I don't know. Again, that's going to be – Coach Semino and them have a good feel for the game, so obviously we'll let them make that call. Yeah. Like we have anything to do with it, Mario. But I really don't have I don't know what I would do here in this situation. We'll see. Hopefully we just pick that first down up on this play right here and don't have to worry about it. 3rd and 3. Jackson, 5 seconds on the play clock. Takes a snap, hands to Brown. Shane Brown trying to break through, and he can't. Runs into a fence of Zachary defenders at the 40-yard line, not able to get any separation. It'll stay 4th down and 3. Nice penetration there by Zachary. Yep. Yeah, and again, your defense is playing great. Let's make them take it and drive the length of the field. Punt it. Put them deep. Zimmer originally ran out there. Now back towards the sideline. And we'll see what the Wildcats do here. Trying to catch him off. Think that's Joseph back there. Takes the snap. Central goes for it on 4th down, pushing forward. And don't think he got there. Looks like the Zachary defense comes up big as Central tries to catch Zachary napping. But they make the 4th down stop on Marvin Joseph, and it's Bronco football. That was a wicked tackle. First contact was made by Isaiah Stokes, the junior linebacker, and he held on to make a huge play. Don't hate the call. No, it looked like we tried to do a little switcheroo there. It looked like you run the punt team on. The punter runs halfway, and then he runs off. And I'll give this to Zachary. They did a great job of recognizing that because they were. I thought we were fixing to snap it before they were ready. Excellent play by Isaiah Stokes. So let's just be big alert. Here's a time offensively you're thinking, hey, let's take a shot at them right now with a big play. You change the whole momentum of the game. So we don't need to go to sleep here. 1st and 10, Zachary. After the big 4th down stop by Stokes.
Gonzalez under pressure, hit by Moore and sacked by Mason Moore at the 34-yard line. An excellent design by DC Anthony Camp, and Mason Moore gets home for the second sack of the second half for Central.
Yeah, that's a great job. It's Cynthia. Again, you're giving up the number 3 guy receiver and just saying we're going to take a chance that we get to the quarterback and that they don't see it. And we got to him this time. Last time they got to play the throw off. This time he didn't see it. Rain started to pick up a little bit now, Mario.
That it is. Bring up a 2nd and 15. This game was delayed for 30 minutes. That being said, we've kind of breezed through this first half. Already under 4 minutes to play. Gonzalez back to throw. Middle of the field. Caught once again. 3rd reception of the day for Trey Cheney, who's just short of the first down. Taken down at the 48 by Alex Stewart. 3rd and short coming up for Zachary. Great accuracy by Gonzalez early on, especially given the conditions. Has made some nice throws. Might have to make another one here as it's 3rd and 4.
Yeah, that was a really good throw.
And DeVicchio Ruffin back in the backfield with Gonzalez. 3-man rush for the Wildcats. Throw to the right side is dropped. Had it initially at the 48-yard line, but not able to hang on was Christian Brooks. And it's 4th down for the Broncos. Good read, good throw. Just couldn't hang on. Nice coverage by Mason Moore. And here come the Broncos special teams. So nice job by Central's defense to stand tall.
Yep. Again, that's kind of a wet field action there. I'm a little switching the offensive lineup there. They've seen something. I'm hoping they don't catch us with something later in the game on this punt.
Rafael Costa under heavy pressure. That was almost blocked. Can't believe Costa got that one away.
Yep.
No flag this time.
We got a piece of it this time. Man, that could have been swallowed up.
All things considered, great outcome for the Broncos. 1st and 10 Central at their own 20.
Great stand by our defense right there.
That punt was brought to you by Central Cross Threads. With 3:05 left in this first half, it's Central 7 and Zachary 0. While we have a moment, let's hear from our sponsors. This next time out is brought to you by our legacy sponsors, Keys Pro Paint and Body. Located off of Hooper Road at 9950, Keys Pro Paint and Body has excellent service and are wonderful people to work with. Special thanks as well to Central Cross Threads for their commitment to support Wildcats football through their loyal level Gridiron Scholarship. More from our sponsors in a little bit. 1st and 10 Wildcats taking over from their own 20. 7-0 lead for Central. Jackson Furman, 1-yard rushing touchdown, representing the only scoring here so far.
Ooh,
as here's a run up the middle. Once again, Shane Brown pushing the pile. He's across the 30 and close to another Wildcats first down.
Great job running the football right now. We are really playing downhill up front offensively. Offensive line and running backs. Man, we've been looking for this all year. This is the spark that I just thought we had coming into the season. And it's good to see it starting to play out.
What an effort from Shane Brown so far. Didn't get many reps coming into tonight, but has been the featured guy.
I think we're going to take another shot here soon. Right?
Here's a play fake. Furman gets away from a sack. Nice job by Jackson.
Take care of the ball.
To keep the play alive.
Yep.
And he's taken down at the 31. Won't officially be a sack, but a nice open field tackle nonetheless made by Dylan Shellmeyer.
Good job by Jackson taking care of the ball, not taking a really bad negative play, and just making out what he could out of that.
Got to be careful. Did get away from the pass rush, however, and kept the football. 2nd and 10, officially Central. Wildcats taking their time as the clock is live here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Defensive battle here on senior night. 3 wide receivers to the bottom of your screen for Jackson Furman. Noah Brown stays in at running back. Here's Furman up the middle. Once again, a designed run, and this time he has nowhere to go. Read nicely by the Zachary defense. Multiple white jerseys in on the play, including Shellmeyer once again. 3rd down for the Wildcats.
Like Zachary called timeout. See if they can make something happen maybe with a special team play if we don't pick up first down. That's pretty smart by them. Got us pinned back a little bit. I don't blame them for taking a shot.
Timeout on the field for the Broncos. And while we have a moment, let's highlight the first half that Shane Brown has had so far. Like we said, Coach, this is a player that didn't have any reps coming into the season. We've seen a lot of Marvin Joseph. We've seen a little bit of Jaden Garnett mixed in. But Brown with an excellent first half here tonight, doing a great job reading his blocks. And as we see here, has been getting into the Zachary second level with relative ease. Excellent effort by Brown here tonight.
Yeah, we've run the football really well, better than expected against this defense. Expected it most of the year, but we've really done a good job. Actually, for only only one score, both teams offensively have not played bad. Just the defenses are making them run extra play. You're going to have a 10 or 12, 14 play drive to score, and those are hard to do. For us, we had the turnover and then the big 25, 30-yard run, and that's the difference in the game.
Almost had a couple of blocked punts as well.
Yeah, man.
Pay attention to the pressure on those punts from Costa. Feel like the Wildcats might get home on one of those. 3rd and 8 out the timeout. Ball spotted on the Central 33. Here's Furman. 5-man rush for Zachary. Throw across the middle is caught. Kylan Thomas gets away from the defense.
First down.
Lowers his
First
shoulder.
down.
And picks up the first down for the Wildcats. Gain of 11.
Huge.
Kylan Thomas from Jackson Furman. Another first down brought to you by Carmina's.
Takes the pressure off here. Now you can really actually run the clock out for the half if you don't feel like you can get points. Maybe if you get a big run, you go try and do something with it. That takes a lot of pressure off.
Nice job by Thomas getting away from Conrad. Here's another pass play. Furman with a clean pocket. Excellent protection. Now Furman just throws it towards the sideline. And was that caught? Incomplete.
What a great effort. Ooh, that was scary.
Kylan
It was a
Thomas.
scary throw, but his feet were out of bounds. Great catch, but he was out of bounds.
Good anticipation by Zachary Hogan, who was going for the interception. Still finds KT, but out of bounds. 2nd and 10 Central. 67 ticks left in the first half. So the Wildcats with 2 timeouts, according to the scoreboard here in Wildcat Stadium. Here's Furman. Under some pressure this time. And he'll just throw it out of bounds. Excellent coverage by Zachary there as Furman had nowhere to go.
Yeah, we're just stopping that clock, though. Does Zachary have any timeouts left? Yeah, they have 2 timeouts left, so I'd like to see that clock running. Let's go ahead and get out of here if we can't get anything out of it.
Zachary will receive to start the 3rd quarter. Wildcats lead at 7-0. Drive stalling here, however. 3rd and 10 from their own 43. A handoff this time. Brown up the middle.
There we go.
And he's nowhere near the first down. Taken down at the 47, but that will keep the clock rolling. First contact made by Dylan Shellmeyer, who's having a really good 2nd quarter. And so far, they haven't stopped the clock.
Yeah, it looks like Zachary's going to let it run out.
Under 40 seconds to play.
So we're still going to have to snap it for the punt.
As of now, the offense still out there. And the Wildcats can run this down to about 12 seconds before the play clock expires. Interesting decision here.
Yeah. You must feel really good about your offense. Your defense.
See if they even snap it.
Quick kick.
Might just take the penalty. Yup, it's a pooch punt.
That's a good play. That's something we probably haven't shown all year. That's a great play. That's really good.
It'll take a Wildcat bounce.
That's really good.
All the way down to the 12.
Great job. Great job. Great call, Coach Semino. Great execution. I was a little concerned about them having to just being close enough to make a play there and get something in the end zone and to have something crazy and would change the whole momentum of this game. So great play by them. Speaking of momentum, just got to say we have a lot. I've gotten more texts tonight than I have in a long time already about people watching. One of my best friends in the world, Darren McClure, and his son Nash are watching from Houston. They're at the baseball tournament in Houston. So tuning in from there. Chris Skiro in Tennessee. We got people all over. So
awesome.
Great to have them. Thank you guys for tuning in to the game tonight.
Much appreciated. Mario Jerez along with Coach Watts, our entire crew, having a great job, doing a great job, I should say. Shout out Josh Johns, who I also know is listening.
Yeah, shooting us some things here and there, too.
Caleb Gonzalez kneels it out, and Central will take a 7-0 lead into the halftime locker room. Jackson Furman gets in from 1 yard out. The defense pitches 2 more quarters of shutout football, and the Wildcats will kick off to start the 3rd quarter. What are your final thoughts, Coach?
Man, that's a great first half. I think we've run the football well. We've not given them big plays. And I just think obviously it's a one-score game. It doesn't seem like a lot, but that's a different football team tonight than we saw last week against Liberty, in my opinion. Just great first half.
Well said. Central leads at 7-0. We're back after this break with the third quarter. Mario Jerez along with Coach Wesley Watts. You're watching Wildcats football.
Hey Wildcats, I'm Manny. Buckle up this weekend, have a good time, and drive safe. Go Wildcats.
My name is Casey Basso. I teach at Tanglewood Elementary. I am a first grade math, science, and social studies teacher. This is my 16th year teaching and in the district. My favorite thing about teaching first grade is just the kids who are in class, and when we're doing something and they get excited, they ask me, can we have a challenge? I want a challenge. I want to know more. And which I think is so cool for first graders. And I tell people all the time that young kids like this, they can rule the world because they just have such good energy for learning and for being in the classroom. And they ask me, I want a challenge. I want something more. And I love that about first graders.
I'm Christy Barker. I teach at Central Intermediate School. As the librarian at Central Intermediate, I've been able to inspire not only our students, but our staff with the programming we do. Our staff gets involved with the Million Word Challenge and the 40 Book Challenge and Battle of the Books. It's our first year we're doing a Battle of the Books. So it's important that our students see our teachers as reader leaders, and that the community itself is attaching themselves to this love of reading, and it's going to trickle down into the kids and hopefully build a love and a joy for reading. Having the opportunity to reach our students and reach our staff and our community, and everyone embraces this love of learning, this love of literacy, that truly is the coolest thing about teaching in Central.
I'm Wendy Watts.
And I'm Kendall Wingate.
And we love teaching in Central. Well, we met at Wildcat 101.
Yes, I was so nervous because I didn't know anybody in the district.
I've actually been in Central all my life, but I didn't really know anyone either. But we ended up at the same school.
On the same team.
And
thankfully.
I mean, we've been best friends ever since. I mean, we really connected really quickly.
Teaching is so demanding no matter where you're at, but you want to be somewhere that you love coming to work every day. And Bellingrath is the happiest school on earth because Central is so supportive to us and what we do.
Yeah, they definitely help you grow and give you the skills that you need to be everything you need for your students.
Why do I love teaching at Central? We believe in the power of education to change lives. We're not just a school, we're a community that invests in its students and teachers. Collaboration isn't just encouraged, it's essential. Our main focus is to achieve our shared goals and make a meaningful impact on the world around us. Join us in the Central Community School System, where collaboration and growth are not just ideals, but a foundation of everything that we do. Your future is Central.
Cross country. Some call it a sport, others call it a way of life. But for me, it's been a journey of self-discovery. I wanted to push my limits and see what I was truly capable of. And what has it done for me? It's taught me resilience. It's shown me the power of perseverance. But most importantly, it's given me a sense of belonging. Cross country isn't just about running. It's about finding yourself in every step you take.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Hey Wildcats, I'm Manny. Buckle up this weekend, have a good time, and drive safe. Go Wildcats.
My name is Casey Basso. I teach at Tanglewood Elementary. I am a first grade math, science, and social studies teacher. This is my 16th year teaching and in the district. My favorite thing about teaching first grade is just the kids who are in class, and when we're doing something and they get excited, they ask me, can we have a challenge? I want a challenge. I want to know more. And which I think is so cool for first graders. And I tell people all the time that young kids like this, they can rule the world because they just have such good energy for learning and for being in the classroom. And they do, they ask me, I want a challenge. I want something more. And I love that about first graders.
I'm Christy Barker. I teach at Central Intermediate School. As the librarian at Central Intermediate, I've been able to inspire not only our students, but our staff with the programming we do. Our staff gets involved with the Million Word Challenge and the 40 Book Challenge and Battle of the Books. It's our first year we're doing a Battle of the Books. So it's important that our students see our teachers as reader leaders, and that the community itself is attaching themselves to this love of reading, and it's going to trickle down into the kids and hopefully build a love and a joy for reading. Having the opportunity to reach our students and reach our staff and our community, and everyone embraces this love of learning, this love of literacy, that truly is the coolest thing about teaching in Central.
I'm Wendy Watts.
And I'm Kendall Wingate.
And we love teaching in Central. Well, we met at Wildcat 101.
Yes, I was so nervous because I didn't know anybody in the district.
I've actually been in Central all my life, but I didn't really know anyone either, but we ended up at the same school.
On the same team.
And
thankfully.
I mean, we've been best friends ever since. I mean, we really connected really quickly.
Teaching is so demanding no matter where you're at, but you want to be somewhere that you love coming to work every day. And Bellingrath is the happiest school on earth because Central is so supportive to us and what we do.
Yeah, they definitely help you grow and give you the skills that you need to be everything you need for your students.
Why do I love teaching at Central? We believe in the power of education to change lives. We're not just a school, we're a community that invests in its students and teachers. Collaboration isn't just encouraged, it's essential. Our main focus is to achieve our shared goals and make a meaningful impact on the world around us. Join us in the Central Community School System, where collaboration and growth are not just ideals, but a foundation of everything that we do. Your future is Central.
Cross country. Some call it a sport, others call it a way of life. But for me, it's been a journey of self-discovery. I wanted to push my limits and see what I was truly capable of. And what has it done for me? It's taught me resilience. It's shown me the power of perseverance. But most importantly, it's given me a sense of belonging. Cross country isn't just about running. It's about finding yourself in every step you take.
Right here from Wildcat Stadium as Central leads Zachary 7-0. Broncos set to receive to open this third quarter. Mario Jerez along with Coach Wesley Watts filling in for Josh Johns, who we hope to see soon. Coach, great first half for the Central defense. Offensively, you did just enough to get a 7-point lead. Expecting a tight one here in the second half. Yeah, man, this game is just it's like starting over 0-0 actually. And I was actually a pretty dang good first half of high school football, considering the conditions and the situation. I thought both teams actually played pretty dang well. One turnover is the difference in the game. Agreed. Excellent first half for Shane Brown, who set the Wildcats up nicely with some big runs. Nathan Zimmer had a couple of nice punts, including right before the half to pin Zachary deep. And the Wildcats defense looking to get off to another good start in the third quarter. Yeah, and I feel like both of our offensive and defensive fronts have played really well so far. And the strength of Zachary's our offensive line, I thought we've done a good job against that. Agreed. Nathan Zimmer puts it in the air, and we are underway here from Wildcat Stadium in the third quarter. Another kickoff out of bounds, 1st and 10 from the Zachary 20 to start the third quarter. Well, let's see what each team's going to do, maybe a little differently, right, Mario? Obviously, they've gone inside and made a couple of adjustments here. And we'll see how each team reacts to that. We'll see what Zachary tries to do a little bit differently, maybe to get the running game going more in the second half. Great job by Central's defense to limit that Zachary running game in the first half. As Ruffin scored 3 touchdowns in the win last week against Woodlawn, as did Jacarius Johnson. Nice job keeping both of those guys in check so far. We'll see what the third quarter looks like. Caleb Gonzalez, first-year starter, leading the Zachary offense. And on the first play, it's Ruffin breaking away, getting into the second level. Ruffin into Central territory, down inside the 30, still going all the way down to the Wildcat 19 on the very first play from scrimmage. DeVecchio, Ruffin, all the way down inside the Wildcat 20. Man, that's the first one. That's the one thing we didn't want to see, and I didn't quite catch what happened, Mario. I jinxed them is what happened. Yeah. I said they did a great job limiting both of those guys, Ruffin and Johnson, in the first half. And right away, big run to put Zachary in the red zone. And you knew they were going to have something happen at some point, right? So no need to panic. Obviously, I see what we can do here. If we can some kind of way to find a way to keep them out of the end zone, make them try to kick another field goal. And we've seen already red zone defense going to be a big part of deciding who wins this game. 2 missed field goals already from both teams inside 30 yards as Ruffin gets it again up the middle. And this time the Central defense a little bit more prepared, but still positive yards on first down to the Wildcat 16. Gain of about 5. Yeah, it looks like this offensive line's come out the second half a little bit more up to them. Those 2 plays there, they've really come off the football. It's the first time I haven't seen us control the line of scrimmage. So hopefully we can get back to us controlling the line of scrimmage. So it's been Ruffin for the entirety of this drive. Saw a lot of Johnson in the first half. Also Trelon Sept got some handoffs, but Ruffin got him down there. And here's Ruffin once again, but this time he runs right into the arms of Mays, and big DK Mays makes the stop for no gain. Third down for the Broncos. It's big-time play by a big-time player, but that's more of what we saw the first half. There were 2 or 3 guys in position there to make that play. So maybe they just got to punch us in the mouth a couple plays, and now we're back up, ready to fight back. As I said, bend, don't break. Red zone defense can be huge in this game especially. 3rd and 3. Might be a 2-snap situation here. You would have to think so with the conditions and the field goal situation so far. And DeVecchio Ruffin in the backfield again with Gonzalez. Caleb Gonzalez dropped the snap, picks it back up, throws it out of bounds. The drop snap threw off the timing for Zachary, and that'll bring up a 4th and 3.
We fixing to find out. It sure looked like a wide receiver moved early, but that could just be me trying to be a little bit biased for the catch.
Looked like he maybe tried to roll out before he had the snap fully secured. And certainly the slickness of the ball can make an impact there as well. And they will kick another field goal.
Yep.
Or so it appears. Rafael Costa already 0 for 1. And you'll try here from about 29 yards, right hash.
Yeah, I don't blame him for doing this. I mean, they've had a good drive here. Again, you don't want to walk away empty after such a great drive.
Henry Green, the backup quarterback, will hold. Here's the snap. Costa gets it up. A lot of pressure on the kick, but it has plenty of leg, and it is good. Rafael Costa gets the Broncos on the board, and with 9:56 left in the third quarter, it's Central 7 and Zachary 3.
He boomed that. He kicked that. That would have been good from a long way. I thought if we'd laid out there, we had a really good angle at blocking that kick, and maybe, obviously, he saw it better. He's there, but, man, I thought if he laid out, he had a chance to get a piece of that.
They've gotten a lot of pressure on the kicks tonight. See if Central can get home for a block as we await the kickoff. This next time out brought to you by Ivy Construction. Ivy Construction, LLC, a premier supplier of site and fill aggregates in Baton Rouge. Our high capacity and high volume allows us to handle large-scale projects with ease, with an extensive selection of materials to choose from dirt, clay, sand, river silt, limestone, topsoil, pipe batting, and gravel. All that can be picked up or delivered directly to you. We'd also like to recognize these maroon level sponsors: Mogan Law Firm, Oak Point, Patterson Construction Group, LLC, Ross Downing, Buick GMC, and Signature Custom Cabinets. Thank you for your support of Wildcats football.
We have the best sponsors around.
Yes, sir.
Great community, great sponsors. Actually, a pretty dang good crowd for weather like this, Mario.
Well said. All kickoffs brought to you by AP Dodson. Appreciate the invite to the event for the coaches last week for Mr. Dodson. Apologies that couldn't make it. Hopefully we'll catch up with all of them next time. As Costa puts it in the air. And it was returnable for Thomas, but he drops it. KT picks it back up, trying to make something out of this, and he's taken down at the 11. Nice job by the Zachary special teams to capitalize on the drop kickoff. And making the play was Rashid Smith, 1st and 10 Wildcats, near their own 10.
We have a late flag coming in here, some little extracurricular activity on our sideline, Mario. Don't know what it is. Number 9 for Zachary was engaged with somebody. I couldn't see it in the crowd.
We'll see what they call here. Either way, it is Wildcats football, leading 7-3.
That was a concern, as we talked about earlier in the game, Mario, about the kicks and the punts and the catches with the weather like it is. And, that's 10 yards of field position if he catches that cleanly that we pick up. So, I mean, those are just things that can happen in weather like this.
It's cost both teams for sure here tonight. Big game within the district as Central comes in 7-1. Zachary comes in 6-1. Broncos' lone loss coming to Acadiana, 43-28 back in week 2. Of course, Central dropping the game against Catholic a couple weeks ago is their lone loss this season. Lots on the line here in the second half as we await the penalty call. Personal foul on Central. And an unsportsmanlike conduct against Zachary. Penalties will offset. First down, Wildcats.
That's the best outcome we could have asked for because it sure looked like it was probably not going to go in our favor there. So let's see. Their offensive line came out, Mario, in the second half with a little extra oomph, a little extra giddy up, and moved the football down the field with really the one big run. And let's see if we can do the same. We did a great job the first half. Let's see if we can come out the second half.
Wildcats hold the Broncos to 3 after a big 51-yard run by DeVecchio Ruffin. And now the Central offense out there for the first time in this third quarter. Jackson Furman sharing the backfield with Shane Brown, who had himself a whale of a first half. And now a late sub by Zachary. Just 5 seconds on the play clock for Furman unless it resets.
There we go. We got it now. Let's see if we can get off to a good start here.
First play from scrimmage for Central here in the third quarter. Furman, option left side, pitches to Brown, and he's got nowhere to go. Taken down at the 9. It was read beautifully by the Broncos and Isaiah Stokes, who had a big 4th down tackle in that first half, lost at 3.
Yeah, that was a little short side speed option there, which is it's kind of a risky play there with the ball being pitched, and especially the short side there, but obviously a lot of confidence in our guys and played well by Zachary.
That'll make it 2nd and 12. Same formation with Brown and Jackson Furman. Play fake, Furman. Throw across the middle. Is it intercepted? It's Zachary football at the 18. Stepping in front of Womack to make the interception was Zachary Hogan, and he read the route perfectly. Really good jump on the football. Big defensive play for the Broncos.
Yeah, just probably threw that just a little bit, just a hair early. He was going to come into it just a hair early.
Great anticipation, and Zachary takes the ball away. All turnovers brought to you by Louisiana Turf Company. And the Broncos, with a great start to this third quarter on both sides.
Yeah, it's time to bow up here again. We did a great job of that first series of keeping them out of the end zone. See if we can do that again. I look for them to take a shot at the end zone right here coming off a turnover.
Zachary Hogan makes the interception for Zachary. 1st and 10 Broncos at the Central 18. Now a high snap to Gonzalez, and he's sandwiched at the 25-yard line. Big loss for Zachary, but the Central defender may have taken the worst of that hit. I believe it was Mays and a teammate colliding.
Yeah, they literally met at the quarterback, so that could be a tough take.
Dangerous play.
Yeah, it's gonna be a shoulder.
Is that Connor Scott?
Caught a helmet on the shoulder when they met at the quarterback.
Just one of those deals. Very unfortunate. They'll check on Connor Scott. All injuries tonight brought to you by Oshner Sports Medicine. And certainly you hope Connor is okay, especially here on senior night. Getting a lot more reps this season with the departures of certain players, including Braylon George. And certainly Connor has made the most of it. We hope he's okay.
Well, it's a good first down play for us on defense, Mario, and kind of got them backed up behind the chains a little bit after a tough turnover.
So a good start for Zachary here in his second half, but it was the Wildcats getting the 7-0 lead in the first half, and Kyron Thomas had a really good first half for the Central passing game, and he was the leading receiver for Central coming into this game. Has made a couple of big first down catches, short, intermediate, deep, and a great effort for KT here tonight. As the play we just saw.
Yeah, but a little bit of a bobble of the snap, which threw the timing of it off and gave us a chance. I don't know what they had called, but, man, our two ends were in his face in a heartbeat. So I don't know if he'd have got it off even if he would have caught the snap cleanly.
I think both players' eyes got really big there with the free lane to the QB.
It's like, is this real?
Looks like Scott will be okay for the time being.
Yeah, we just hope that's maybe just a stinger or something that he can get back into the game. And
those happen, especially in a game as physical as this one. A lot more low scoring than the game last year between these two.
Yeah, these teams could put some points up last year. Both of them are better defensively this year, for sure.
Well said. 2nd and 16 for Zachary. After the sack, Gonzalez sharing the backfield with Ruffin again. Here's Ruffin. Stretch play right side. Nowhere to go. He's met at the 30-yard line by K.D. Mays, who has another TFL. And now the Broncos well behind the sticks. 3rd and long.
That's just a big-time play. He didn't just run upfield and run himself out of the play. He ran upfield under control and set the edge. And, again, just really good football.
Excuse me. Been in this rain a little too long.
Yeah.
Bring up a 3rd and 20.
Reminds me of the plays a good buddy of mine named Kelly Hunt used to make when he was playing. He's listening to Mario, so about to have some surgery, so we're thinking about you, Kelly.
Thoughts and prayers, Kelly. Thank you to everybody tuning in tonight. 3rd and 20 from the Zachary 31. Here's Gonzalez. Puts it up down the sideline. A little bit of contact. No flag just yet, as it was good coverage on the play by the Wildcats on top of Brooks.
Yep.
And that'll bring up 4th down.
Really good coverage. There was some hand fighting going on. I was a little concerned, but he did get his head turned. I think the difference in that not being a flag was that he did turn his head and try to find the football. So really good play by
Agreed. Good no call.
Of course.
Offense still out there. I'd say objectively.
Yeah.
I would say the same if it was.
Absolutely. He did. He played that well and got his head turned around.
So offense out there as of now might be a pooch punch situation like we saw the Wildcats do. Right now it's Gonzalez in the shotgun with Ruffin. They will run a play, but heavy pressure applied by Mays. Throw over in the middle is caught initially, sliding inside the 5-yard line, and this will be a 1st and goal for the Broncos. What a throw and what a catch.
Wow.
Excellent adjustment. Believe that was Sept on the catch. Mays coming on the pressure. Gonzalez still able to get it away, and what a grab by Traylon Sept, who did get both hands under it.
He absolutely did. I wasn't sure, but what an unbelievable catch. An unbelievable throw under pressure. You were talking about a split second before it, but that's a sack, and he gets it off and just threw it way out in front of him where he could run to it.
On 4th and 20.
Wow.
Has to be frustrating if you're the Wildcats D. And a timeout for Central as they'll try to adjust. 7:41 left in the second quarter. It's Central 7 and the Broncos 3. Great start to the third quarter for Zachary so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's been an exciting second half to start, but just not in our favor. Dang, it's just, man, you have them stopped. And that was just an unbelievable pitch and catch. But just that's hard. That's hard to swallow. 4th and 20, and they pick it up.
And as we said, I think both quarterbacks have made some really good plays tonight, especially given the conditions. And I've been really impressed with Caleb Gonzalez. This is a first-year starter. Came into the game with really good stats, 1,306 passing yards on the season for Gonzalez before this game, 14 touchdowns. He's completing 64% of his passes so far this season.
Yeah, and he's pretty tough. He stood in there tonight. We've hit him pretty hard several times tonight, and he is still standing in there and making throws when he has to. So kudos to him.
He is doing a great job. And as we see, Central has been bringing the heat, and they did force that interception from Steven Rennell. But now the Broncos back on offense and a high snap here. Football still on the ground, rolling around to the 7-yard line.
We got it.
Wildcats say they have it. And errant snap right after the big 4th and 20 conversion, and Marvin Joseph on top of the football. What a break for Central.
Yep, they went to the Wildcat too. They put a running back in there to take the snap, and I don't know if it was a bad snap or he just didn't handle it. We go back and see that.
So it's Wildcat football.
Can we run that back?
See if we can get another look at the replay there. Big takeaway after a crazy situation where they picked up a 4th and 20.
Yeah.
As we get another look at the fumble here.
Yeah, we can't quite get it all the way back to the snap, so it's okay. Just till we get a snap. I couldn't tell if the snap was bad, but something wasn't right about it, that's for sure.
We'll go back to it later.
We'll take it.
Great job with the replay capabilities that we have tonight by our crew. Another turnover brought to you by Louisiana Turf Company. 1st and 10 Wildcats from their own 6.
We like saying Louisiana Turf Company. That means we're getting a turnover.
It is a good sign if we're mentioning them. And here's a run play. Originally up the middle. May have gotten a piece of Joseph's face mask there, and there comes the flag. Everybody in the stadium was clamoring for it, and it looks like they did grab Marvin's face mask. And that'll give Central some breathing room. Looks like Isaiah Stokes, who's had such a good game. Some TFLs already for Zachary, but they'll punish him there.
Yeah, we've weathered the storm here a little bit, and obviously thanks to a couple big mistakes by Zachary that have helped us out. So hopefully let's see if we can really just change field position here. I think would be huge. If we can get a couple first downs and flip the field, if nothing else, even if we don't score, I think that would be a win for us at this point in the game.
Red zone defense, I've been saying it all game. It's big. Zachary has gotten inside the Central 30 3 times already. Only 3 points to show for it.
Great point.
1st and 10 Wildcats. Ball spotted at their own 21. Shane Brown still in there with Furman and a pre-snap penalty.
Yeah, we moved. So now the game's getting a little sloppy here. It was so clean and well played the first half.
Looked like a Zachary player may have moved first, looking at the replay here.
Yeah.
Again, excellent job with the replay tonight.
Great job.
And they do get the Wildcats for a false start. May have missed that call.
Yeah, they need to come watch our replay. I mean, we got it clear as day for them.
Such is life in high school football. Still very grateful to the referees.
Absolutely.
1st and 15. Back him up to the 16. Here's Furman. Fakes to Brown. Still has the football. Plenty of room to run if he chooses to. And he's out to the 20. As that room got erased by Zachary Hogan. Made a big interception in that first half and runs down Jackson there after a gain of maybe 1. 6 yards, 2nd and 9, 1 yard from the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, good play by Jackson. They sniffed that out pretty well, and so good decision by him not to try to force something that wasn't there.
So Shane Brown has been getting a lot of run at running back. Marvin Joseph, more snaps on defense tonight as he just recovered the Zachary fumble. 2nd and 9, Jackson Furman with Brown. Jackson with the hitch. Now a throw. Deep down the middle. It's caught by Womack. He's inside the 40. He's breaking away inside the 20. Keithan Womack goes all the way. Touchdown, Wildcats. Keithan Womack gets the bomb from Jackson Furman. 67 yards, and Central on the board first here in the third quarter.
Wow, what a change in momentum. What a pitch and catch. Great call. He faked a little quick screen we've been running all night long. They faked it, and then Keithan just ran by the guy. Great patience by Jackson to let him finish the play.
Jackson Furman finds Keithan Womack. Excellent throw. Hit him in stride. Nice burst by Womack to pull away from the Zachary defense. And they're on their feet here inside Wildcat Stadium.
I tell you what, Womack did a great job, too, of kind of running out of gas, but changing his angle because the defensive back were about to run him down. He changed the angle, and it allowed him to finish the play and score.
Nathan Zimmer on for the extra point. It is up, and it is good. The touchdown brought to you by Keith's Pro Paint and Body. PAT brought to you by Ivy Construction. And with 6:34 left in the third quarter, it's Central 14, Zachary 3.
That's how you change the momentum of a football game there, Mario. Great pitch and catch. Just great protection. Jackson had all day to let him finish the route because they didn't actually bite on it that much. And so it just gave us a chance for Keithan to run by him a little bit. And a great throw and great catch and great finish to that play.
Loved everything about that play from Jackson Furman. Excellent hitch, faked the defense out, excellent throw to hit Keithan in stride. No wasted motion at all from Jackson Furman. And we were talking about it off mic a little bit, Coach. Thought he played arguably his best game of the season last week against Liberty. Maybe that wasn't displayed with the results on the field, but going back and watching the film, Jackson looked a lot more decisive. He definitely, unfortunately, was suffering from some of the drops from his wide receivers, but more cohesion from everybody tonight. And Jackson Furman, I think, playing his best football of the year.
Yeah, and I think he's played well tonight. The interception, he was the first time he probably got rid of something a little bit too quick. He got a little bit rushed on that. The route was going to come open. He just threw it early, and the guy made a play. But that one, he had a lot of poise in the pocket there and let the route develop. And, he's made good decisions tonight. He's not forced a lot. It's been good to see.
Another kickoff brought to you by AP Dodson is in the end zone off the foot of Nathan Zimmer. 1st and 10 for the Broncos with 6:34 left in this third quarter.
That's a weapon to have Zimmer kicking in the end zone every play. Because they, again, and I know this for a fact now because I've watched the game, 80 yards. They've got 80 yards to go every time we kick off. And it's just this. You can't put a price tag on the value of that.
Yes, sir. We know that now. 1st and 10, Zachary now in an 11-point hole. Plenty of time. Don't want to relax or take your foot off the pedal in any way if you're Central.
No, and I expect them to still take some shots. We're playing pretty aggressive defensively. I still expect them to take some shots down the field at some point.
Gonzalez trying to set up a screen, and he does get it complete, but not much room for the receiver. Excellent pursuit by Mays, who had some help in making the tackle. Gain of about 3, 2nd down for Zachary.
That's Central defense. There are a lot of maroon jerseys around the football right now.
6:12 left in this third quarter. Largest lead of the night for Central so far. 14-3. Thanks to a bomb from Jackson Furman to Keithan Womack. Kalen Gonzalez with Ruffin. Here's Ruffin trying to left side, spinning out of a tackle, still going for the Broncos, and almost broke away for more. Nice job by Marvin Joseph to finally get DeVecchio Ruffin on the ground, but he's down to the 38 with the 1st down for the Broncos.
He's just a really good back. We were actually in position. We're hitting him and trying to wrap him up, and he's just got great balance. And, man, he's impressive to me. I know you've been talking about him, Mario. I haven't seen him play much, but he's been very impressive tonight to me.
3 touchdowns in the game last week against Woodlawn. Ruffin also breaking a 51-yard run on the first place from scrimmage in this third quarter. 1st and 10, Zachary from their own 38. Gonzalez under some pressure, lets it go. He's got a man on a crossing route, and it's a first down for the Broncos all the way down to the Central 48. Jaden Cockerham makes the catch, taken down by Loop. First down for Central, or first down for Zachary, I should say.
Yeah, good design by Zachary. They kept a couple extra guys in for protection, so they minimized they didn't have everybody out in the route. But if you have time to throw it, there's a chance that somebody's going to pop open. Good adjustment by them.
So now the Broncos on the move. 1st and 10 from the Central 48. Caleb Gonzalez, first-year starter, trying to lead his team back. Gonzalez trying to get away from Scott, and he does, at least for the moment. And now Gonzalez will take it himself, and he's down to about the 42. We'll see where they mark it. A little bit of extracurriculars after the play, but no harm, no foul. 2nd and about 5 coming up for Zachary.
Yeah, you can't stand around on the sideline and not be paying attention. Somebody wasn't paying attention that somebody's hurt, not dressed out. Yeah, you'll get run over. Good play by the quarterback there. Didn't have anything. They tried to hit the back out of the backfield really quick, and Central did a good job of covering him up. And good job by him of getting a positive play.
6 yards on the gain. 2nd and 4 now for Zachary. Here's Ruffin up the middle, got away from some arm tackles, and here comes Ruffin on the burst all the way down to the Central 23. DeVecchio Ruffin still running hard. 18 more yards for Zachary, and they're inside the Central 25 once again. Let's see if they could take advantage.
Yeah, maybe one more time, D. Let's just shut them down in the red zone here. Great job by them. A great individual effort by Ruffin. I mean, we had an unblocked guy that was coming off the edge and got a piece of him. A lot of high school backs go down in that situation, and he didn't. And he's good.
Doing a great job bursting through that first line and getting into the secondary, all the backs. As we have a new one in for Zachary, Trelon Sept, who made that big 4th down catch. Sept up the middle. He's got a seam inside the 15, and that might have been a touchdown-saving tackle around the 10-yard line made by Joseph. First down for the Broncos.
And they've found something. We're going to have to make an adjustment here, too. They've picked up their play on their front.
And it's the second goal-to-go situation of this third quarter for Zachary. They had a 1st and goal from the Wildcat 1, and an errant snap was picked up by the Wildcats. Now they'll try again.
Yeah, we don't want to sit in us. Let's not sit and hope they make a mistake. Let's see if we can just make a good first down play here for a change.
1st and goal, and a little bit of hesitation on the handoff there. Don't know if the Wildcats got to the mesh point too soon, but Gonzalez had to pull it, take it himself, and fall forward for a gain of 1.
I've been waiting for him to pull it because I wasn't sure if they were reading it or if they were calling it. That's the first time, and first time he's pulled it, we played that well all the way around. Because I think he made the right read. We just played it really well.
Looks like the Wildcats were ready either way, to your point. And now it'll bring up a 2nd and goal. 4th trip inside the Central 30-yard line for Zachary. Let's see if the Wildcats defense can stand tall again.
Come on, D.
Around 3 minutes to play in this third quarter. Caleb Gonzalez with Ruffin. And it's Ruffin up the middle, nowhere to go. Taken down near the line of scrimmage. Excellent defense by the Wildcats. I believe that was Blason Stoken getting in there on run support. 3rd down coming up for Zachary.
I think we had a little run blitz by our inside backer on that, and he played it perfectly. Found a crease to get in and hit the back end of the backfield.
Camden Rankin made first contact.
Yep, great play by him.
Rankin, who's been a hard hitter this year, forced multiple fumbles. 3rd and goal for Zachary. Believe this is 2-down territory here for Coach Brewerton. Ruffin next to Gonzalez. Here's Caleb Gonzalez getting hit as he throws. Almost completed it anyway at the 6-yard line. Nice coverage by Rennell right on top of Jaden Cockerham. Multiple Wildcats bringing the pressure. 4th and goal for Zachary.
That play was just totally disrupted by K.D. Mays. He was in the quarterback's face. The back was trying to block him, and he just ran through the back and got in his face and made him throw it before he was ready for sure. What a disruptive play by Mays.
Red zone defense has made all the difference for Central so far here tonight. And 1 for 2 so far is Rafael Costa in this game. And he'll try from the left hash. This is a 27-yard attempt. Wildcats will bring the pressure. High snap. Costa gets it up anyway with plenty of leg. No good to the left, however. Snap was a little off the mark. Nice job to get it down by Green, but Costa is wide to the right, and the Wildcats get another stop. Take over.
Yeah, we got to quit living on this edge, Mario. We'll take it, but we got to quit living on this edge. Great job by the defense of forcing extra plays.
You've been saying
forcing extra plays.
The entire broadcast.
Yeah,
prophetic words by Coach Wesley Watts. I guess that counts as a turnover. Brought to you by Louisiana Turf Company.
Turnover on downs. That wasn't a turnover.
We'll give them the pub anyway.
There you go. There you go.
It has been a defensive game. Definitely favoring the Wildcats here in the third quarter. So a couple of big runs for DeVecchio Ruff in this second half, but they go to waste as the Wildcats take back over 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Yeah, Mario, you've said all game, bend but don't break, and we've done a lot of bending, but we haven't broke. We've really shut it down in the red zone.
Here's Shane Brown up the middle with a burst. He was hit hard at the 25 by Collegian Nixon, but still a nice gain on first down for Brown. Bring up a second and about 4 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, that's a great first down play. Looks like our offensive line's kind of got their footing back the second half, and, man, that was a great crease. Second-level guys made a great play to keep that from being another huge run.
Second down for the Wildcats. Furman hit Womack on the big touchdown last time out. Here's Brown again up the middle. Nice burst by Shane Brown, who's near the first down. Pushing to around the 30-yard line. That will be a first down. Wildcats brought to you by Carmina's Collision. Good push by the O-line. Good burst by Brown to move the sticks.
Man, he's running hard. He's hitting that downhill, and it's easy to run downhill when you have bodies on bodies, right? But he is, as soon as he gets it, he's full speed, and wasn't a wide open hole, but there was bodies on bodies, and he pushes it forward and getting the first down. That's good physical football there.
1 minute, 20 seconds left in this third quarter. Jackson Furman playing his last regular season game here inside of Wildcat Stadium. 3 seconds on the play clock. Got to get this snap off. And they will. Play fake, quick pass, caught on the line of scrimmage. Keithan Womack looking for some blocks, and Keithan down to around the 40 on a nice play design by OC Sack Morris. It is enough to move the sticks. Another first down by the Wildcats, brought to you by Carmina's Collision.
That's the play that we faked a while ago, the little screen, and ran and threw the deep ball. We threw it. You keep running the screen, the little quick screen effectively, it sets up that long one. A lot of trust in the timing of that. Jackson threw that really early.
Jackson effective on all 3 levels of the field, throwing the football tonight. 1st and 10 from the Wildcat 42. 30 seconds left in this third quarter. Rainy night here inside of Wildcat Stadium, but a happy one so far. And another pre-snap penalty. We've had a couple of these on both teams, or several of these, I should say.
I will say our referees have done a really good job tonight, Mario.
Agreed.
Few too many penalties the second half for both teams. Been some big penalties for both teams.
And as we said, don't want to relax. Wildcats had the momentum now, but this is still a 2-score game. And any turnover could flip the field and give the Broncos some quick momentum. So you definitely want to take care of the football here.
Absolutely. You're one play away from a game changing this. So and let's finish this drive. And
final seconds here in the third quarter. Doesn't look like the Wildcats will run a play. So we will head to the fourth quarter. Here from Central, 4's in the air as the Wildcats have an 11-point lead. As we head to the fourth quarter, it's Central 14 and Zachary 3 in this big district matchup. We're back after this break. You're watching Wildcats football. Just about set for the fourth quarter of play here from Wildcat Stadium. Central leads it on senior night, 14-3 against rival Zachary. And here's a run play on the first play of the quarter. Nowhere to go for Shane Brown. It was read beautifully by the Zachary defense. And Detroit Posey made first contact there. No gain for Central. Second and long coming up. Zachary's defense very physical, hard hitting. They've made the Wildcats work for it.
Yeah, who would have thought that we'd be in a 14-3 game in the fourth quarter with these two offense, the explosives these teams have shown at times. 35 points for Central last week in the second half. You know, what Zachary has done all year. So great job by both teams getting prepared to make this a different type of game.
Good job by the Central defense as well. That's 7 straight quarters without giving up a touchdown. As Jackson is back to throw, he'll let go of another deep ball down the sideline. Rennell trying to come back for it. There's some contact and a flag is thrown as Jalen Nixon got tangled up with Steven Rennell. Looks like we'll get some DPI.
Yeah, that's actually a good call. Again, he's just swatting at hands. He didn't find the ball, didn't turn his head, and man, actually a great throw by Jackson. You know, sometimes with the deep ball he's throwing it a little bit flat. He put a lot of air under that ball and just really gives his receiver a chance to make a play.
Well said. Second time we've had a situation like that. And it'll be a 15-yard penalty. Stay second down, however. 2nd and 1. Jackson Furman has done a great job attacking all 3 levels of the field tonight. Deep pass on the touchdown to Keith and Womack. And they've done some nice assigns near the line of scrimmage as well, like what we're seeing from the passing game.
Yeah, let's take a couple runs and get this clock moving, and let's see if we can limit their possessions.
Shane Brown has gotten a lot of work at running back. We've seen more snaps on defense for Marvin Joseph as well, who recovered a fumble already. 2nd and 1 after the pass interference penalty. Here's Shane Brown. Nice job reading his blocks as he finds just a little space to wiggle free for a 3-yard gain, enough for a Central first down, brought to you by Carmina's Collision Center.
Big first down. That clock's running. I would just say, just a great job by him, the running back. He's been really good at just has a good feel for when to take it, and maybe it's by play design, and just really go downhill hard. That time he was just kind of waiting and bouncing and looking for a crease, but don't know if it's play design or if it's just a great feel by him.
And this is a big Zachary D line. Like, even just looking at him right now before they get into their stance, there is a lot of beef on that line of scrimmage. So great job of Brown getting every yard, making every move count. 1st and 10. Central in Zachary territory now at the Bronco 46. Play fake for Furman. Lets it go left side and coming back for the football, making the catch all the way down to the Zachary 34. Excellent throw by Jackson Furman. And an excellent adjustment by Keithan Womack, who's made a couple of big plays here in this second half. First down, Wildcats.
Yeah, that's what running the football allows you to do. We've slowed the rush down. That was just a little back shoulder. He wasn't really open, and he threw him to his back shoulder, and he made a great adjustment. So, again, running the football sure helps your protection.
Great season for Kylan Thomas so far on senior night. The senior making some plays, and Keithan Womack as well. Coming up big for Jackson Furman, as he did on that last play. 1st and 10, the Wildcats. Zachary 34-yard line. 11-point lead for Central as Furman handles the low snap, gets the handoff to Marvin Joseph. And Marvin looking for some space, hit hard near the Zachary 32. Maybe picked up 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, really just, again, good job by Marvin being patient and just trying to find something. And good defense by Zachary that time. They stretched it out, and I kept thinking he was going to pop out of that, and they never gave him an alley. So good play by the Zachary defense.
To bring up a 2nd and 9 now. Again, this series has been pretty one-sided as of late. Central 1-8 against Zachary since 2014. Might match that win total tonight.
Man, yeah.
2nd and 9.
Let's finish this off.
Brown back in, replacing Joseph, and some good blocks for Shane Brown, but he still couldn't get away from the Zachary defense, and that is what you call gain tackling from the Broncos right there. Looks like no gain for Brown, except The linebacker, who also plays running back, made the tackle. Third down for the Wildcats.
Oh, I really thought we had a chance to pop that one. The little shift that we made in our formation made Zachary roll their defense, and there was no safety in the middle of the field, and I thought he was going to pop out of that, and that was going to be a touchdown. But great job by Zachary on that. We're really close to popping one.
Less than 9 minutes to play here in regulation. Wildcats with an 11-point lead, ain't looking for more. 5 seconds on the play clock for Jackson Furman. Here's Brown trying to the left side, can't get away from the Zachary defense. Excellent recognition by Isaiah Stokes, who finished the job after Michael Septs engaged Brown, and that'll bring up a 4th and 11 for Central. A little bit of a no-man's land situation here, Coach. Too long for a field goal. If you punt, you risk a very small net punt, so they'll just leave the offense out there.
Yeah, and running that clock too. So that's a really good thing. You keep the offense out here. You get another running play. You're not going to gain much with a punt. We may go to the little quick kick again. I don't know.
They did do that already. We'll see if they pooch punt it again.
Yep.
And it looks like they're lining up to do just that. Furman.
Really good.
Off his right foot again. It'll take a Wildcat bounce inside the Zachary 10, and it'll be down at the Bronco 9-yard line. Zachary football once again with 7:24 left in this fourth quarter. Wildcats lead at 14-3.
You know, Mario, that didn't seem like a lot. Didn't seem like much happened with that drive. That was a really good drive by our offense. That we got some first downs, ran some time off the clock, and you're shrinking this game. They've got to score twice, and I know it can happen. You can get lightning in a bottle, right? And they're very explosive, but we sure are making it hard on them.
We are, and that's with some offensive production in the second half from Zachary. A couple of big runs broken already by DeVecchio Ruffin. And it's been 4 times that Zachary has been inside the Central 30, but still only 3 points to show for it. And they'll have to go 90-plus yards here.
Our defensive front's done a really good job tonight. Let's see if we can keep that up.
Ruffin back to throw. He's got some time. Lets it go. Middle of the field. A dangerous pass. Still finds its target. That's Benji Dixon making the catch all the way out to the Zachary 30. Gain of 21 to give the Broncos some breathing room.
Same route that they ran on the 4th and 21 in the first half that they hit Mario, where he caught it right near the goal line. And same route. It's just you got 2 high safeties and then just kind of a deep crosser in the middle, right in between them. Great throw and catch, though.
Gonzalez, once again, dumps it off short side, and the catch is made. A minimal gain is they're not able to get it out of bounds. Another reception for
Good news.
Cockerham.
Sorry. Good news is it looks like Zachary may feel like they don't have enough time to run the football, so they're kind of gotten out of their normal game plan where they feel like they might have to throw it every play.
They have so far this drive. 2nd and 7. Gonzalez under heavy pressure lets it go middle of the field, and it ricochets off the hands of the receiver. Almost a chance at an interception for the Wildcats. 3rd down for Zachary as a Bronco player shaken up. That was Jaro bringing the pressure, and a big hit laid by K.D. Mays. Looked like that ball was uncatchable, so no harm, no foul. What a hit by Mays. And still shaking up on the play is Benji Dixon. All injury timeouts tonight brought to you by Oshner Sports Medicine.
Gonna have a little poise here. It's getting a little chippy out there with both teams.
6:37 left in this game. I believe this is Benji Dixon down on the field for Zachary right now.
He's had a big night. I hope he's okay. He's played really well for Zachary tonight.
Certainly we do hope he's okay. This looks pretty serious. We'll take a small break as they check on the injured player here. We'll be back in a few. You're watching Wildcats football. So after the timeout, it's a 3rd and 8 for Zachary. Big hit laid by Mays on Dixon on the last play. No foul, however.
Yeah.
Here's Gonzalez. Hands off to Ruffin, trying the middle, and he's not going to get there. He's not down near the 35. I believe that was Marvin Joseph who got a piece of him. And that'll bring up a 4th and 5 for Zachary. Big play with 6:15 left in regulation.
Make sure we watch the ball, don't jump. And on that big hit, Mays, he did it the right way. He led with his shoulder. He hit him below the neck area. He did everything right on that hit.
Well said. Clean as a whistle. A little bit of movement here. No flag as of yet. Although Gonzalez wanted one. Just 5 seconds on the play clock. Here comes the Wildcats blitz, and Gonzalez is on the turf, taken down at the 25-yard line by K.D. Mays. Football goes over to Central. Another turnover brought to you by Louisiana Turf Company, and the Wildcats fans starting to celebrate.
Holy cow, he got through there fast. I have no idea what bust or what stunt that was, if there was a bust on the offensive line, but it looked like he was just in a sprint straight to the quarterback.
What a play by K.D. Mays.
Great call by Coach Camp. That's pretty gutsy to go an all-out blitz, 4th and 5, because you catch a little crease versus an all-out blitz, and you could instead of just a first down, it turns into a touchdown. This game is totally different.
Given what we've seen so far, I like it. They've picked up some big 4th downs, including a 4th and 20, when I believe the Wildcats only had a 3 or 4 man pass rush. So an excellent design by Anthony Camp and a big sack for K.D. Mays to set Central up 1st and 10 from the Zachary 25. Shane Brown in the game with Jackson Furman. And here's Brown up the middle, now bouncing it out to the right side. He is inside the 16-yard line of Zachary, very close to that first down marker. What an effort for Shane Brown here tonight, who has the Central first down, brought to you by Carmina's Collision Center.
This Central offensive line has come to play tonight, Mario. I've seen several games this year. This might be the best that I've seen them play.
And they've been very patient with this running game. A lot of adjustments, 3 different starting centers, 5 or 6 different ball carriers, but like the way it's rounding into form.
And that's not a bad defensive front they're playing against. That's a high-quality defensive front that they're playing, and we've really run the football at will for most of this game.
Shane Brown stays in with Furman. Jackson back to throw, clean pocket, lets it go for the end zone, and it's a little high near the short corner. Nice coverage on the play by the Broncos. Step for step was Nixon, and a Central receiver shaken up. That's Womack in the end zone.
Yeah, I think it knocked the breath out of him. He landed funny on his back, and I'm pretty sure it just knocked the breath out of him. I don't think he's injured, so it hurts like heck, but I don't think he's injured.
See if we can get the replay.
2 touchdowns to tie you versus a touchdown and a field goal.
So they'll try field goal here, right hash, 31-yard attempt, and it has some leg, but no good as he pushed it just to the left. Looked like the snap was good. The hold was there, but just a little wide to the left for Nathan Zimmer. And the Broncos with a little bit of life taking back over down 11, 4:01 left in regulation.
Dang, we just had – the field goal kickers have kicked the ball well in terms of contact and length. They just can't seem to hit it on line. So was we 1 for 5 tonight?
Collectively, I believe you're right. 1 for 4, 1 for 5.
I think so we're 1 for 3 and they're 1 for 2. I mean 0 for 2. Is that right? No, they're 1 for. Yeah, they're 1 for 2.
1 for 2.
We're 0 for 2.
I'm wearing headsets for
My
a
bad.
reason, Coach.
Yeah.
Math has never really been my strong suit.
I was thinking we missed 3. Nope.
Either way, nice job by both kickers, I think, kind of dealing with the elements. But Zimmer unsuccessful there. Now the Broncos taking back over. Gonzalez under some pressure, hit from behind once again, and he's taken down by D.K. Mays at the Broncos 15. I believe that's the 3rd sack of the day for the Wildcats.
Man, this has been impressive by this defensive front because what we've heard is that the best part of the Zachary football team is our offensive line, and our defensive line has controlled them most of the game. Wearing them down now. The quarterback's he's tough, but he's been getting beat on, and that just makes it hard to be comfortable and to make good throws.
2nd and 14. Gonzalez back to throw again. Short pass is caught. Cockenham trying to get away from the Wildcats, taken down at the 25. Nice foreign tackle from Central.
Keep everything in front, guys. Keep everything in front.
Stephen Rennell makes the hit to bring up 3rd down. Here come the Broncos with the tempo. Gonzalez, middle of the field. That was almost intercepted. Dangerous pass at the 40, read nicely by Mason Moore, who had great coverage on top of Cockenham, but the throw through his hands to bring up 4th down and 5 for Zachary.
That would have been nice to have another Louisiana land turf turnover, wouldn't it, Mario?
Well, we could be one snap away from that here. Shout out to all of our sponsors.
Yeah, absolutely. To see the number of people that are tuning in tonight, Mario, is just really exciting for us and for this whole Wildcat athletic operation.
4th down. Here's the throw, and it's not down at the line of scrimmage. Another turnover brought to you by Louisiana Turf Company. Stephen Rennell got right through, got a hand on the football, gave the ball back to his team.
Man, that's big time.
Huge.
Again, we have just played at another level of speed, it seems like. It just seems like we've just had an extra step in us tonight compared to last week. Last week we were just kind of slow motion, and there's nothing slow about what that defensive front's done tonight.
No, and that's a great point.
And kudos to the secondary. They've played well also. But it sure helps when you're pressuring the quarterback.
All 3 levels have been great, and I think just intensity, energy from the start of the game, a lot better on both sides of the ball. Last week, Central trailing 14-0 against Liberty. This week, coming out like game busters. So we do have a flag. And a personal foul against the Wildcats for excessive celebration.
Yeah,
wow.
Come on. But that's going to be post-possession, so we still have the ball was the most important thing.
1st and 10 Wildcats. That may have been the first time I've ever seen an excessive celebration call.
I mean, I didn't see it. I wasn't really paying much attention to it, to be honest, so I don't want to say the referees made a bad call, but the kids are excited. That's a big-time play. I mean, that pretty much puts the nail in the coffin. It's never over till it's over. That pretty much puts the nail in the coffin in this football game.
And this would be a huge win against an opponent that Central has really struggled against as of late. And now the Wildcats 2:56 away.
Yep. The old coach in me starts just still trying to figure out ways that this game could change, and that's it. They're going to use all their timeouts. We're going to kneel it, and you're still going to have to punt it. And so those kind of things just
and now some more hankies.
Yeah, we jumped.
Wildcats coming backwards. Now 20 yards in the wrong direction, including the last call. Good thing clock is on Central's side so far, however.
Man, it sure would have been nice to have it on that 25-yard line down there to run this clock out. It sure makes that 4th down play. You don't have to punt it.
Exactly.
So now we're probably going to have to punt it, which, again, you just bring in extra plays, Mario. They just make me nervous.
Well said. First and 15 after all those infractions. And it's Furman with a couple lead blockers. Jackson back to throw. Under some pressure, lets it go. Dangerously so, middle of the field, and it's intercepted. There is a flag down, however. Lots of contact against, I believe that's Womack, and this one might come back all the way down to the 33. Broncos have the football, and now we have another flag. After the interception and after the return, it was picked off by the Broncos, and Jalen Nixon, ill-advised throw by Jackson Furman. And we'll see what they call here, as we have, it looks like, flags on both teams.
So my guess is what it looks like is going to be pass interference, but then we made a great tackle on the return. I think it was Jackson Furman made a great tackle, and
they got Jackson.
Somebody jumped up and said something.
I think they got Jackson. Great job on the replay just now on the little push.
Yep.
At the very end of the play.
Just got to keep your poise, man. Got to keep your poise, Mario.
Mm-hmm. Got to hold your emotions. And I got to say, I'm surprised at the play call there. Max protect, only 2 routes run by the receivers.
So my thought on that is you're taking a shot. Maybe you get one in the end zone. Maybe you get a penalty. Or if they intercept it down inside the 10-yard line. So the idea would be, though, for the interception to be a jump ball interception where they fall, not where they catch it in the middle of a field with a chance to run it back. So I think Jackson held on that one a little bit too long. So I kind of understand what they're trying to do there.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you're trying to get out of that punt situation. And so if you can do that.
Exactly.
After the play, personal foul against the Wildcats.
So it's a personal foul on the Wildcats as well as a pass interference. So this should be an offsetting situation, and it should be still Wildcats ball. Coach Simino addressing the team.
Yeah.
The 50-yard line.
He's got to. We've got to make sure that you handle this the right way. That could have been a game changer. If that's not a pass interference, they intercept it. The ball's at the 35 plus 50. I mean, they're at midfield now. 1 or 2 plays score, and you're an onside kick away from maybe this game getting away from you.
Totally different game had that happened. Fortunately, it is offsetting penalties, so Central will keep the football.
Yep. Again, I kind of get what Coach was trying to do with the long ball there. You know what I mean? Just they've pretty much put everybody to the line of scrimmage, just one-on-one. Let's take a chance. We might come up with it, but even if they do pick it off, it's supposed to be an interception that they catch and fall, and it's inside the 10-yard line. So,
exactly.
Again, taking the punt out of play.
Mm-hmm. First and 10 Wildcats after all that. Big 77-yard touchdown reception for Keithan Womack from Jackson Furman. Jackson also ran one in from 1 yard out. And 7 straight quarters of shutout football for Anthony Camp's defense. That's how we got to this point, as Joseph, out of the Wildcat formation, takes it right side, gets away from a tackle initially, but eventually does stumble at the 45. First contact made by Kalen Conrad. 2nd and 10 coming up for Central. No gain on the play. And believe we'll get a timeout for Zachary here.
They're going to have to put some time back on the clock. Clock's still running.
Should be around
2:30.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe like 2:25, 2:30 on the clock. Central leads Zachary 14-3 with 2 minutes and 18 seconds left in this 4th quarter. While we have a moment, real quick, let's hear from our sponsors. This next one brought to you by our loyal sponsors, AP Dotson Home Builders. AP Dotson is a family of residential construction home builders in Baton Rouge, Central, Zachary, and beyond with generations of experience. Our goal is to construct quality new construction homes that build lifelong happiness for you and yours. Whether you're looking for new neighborhoods in the Baton Rouge area or to build from scratch on the outskirts of town, AP Dotson is your builder. We'd also like to recognize these maroon level sponsors, T3, Electrical Solutions, Trade Construction, Zachary Farm Bureau, and Zor Baptist Church. Thank you for all your support of Wildcats football.
We can't think enough, say enough for our sponsors, our local businesses, and their support, not just for Central High School, but this whole community. So, it's pretty awesome to see guys and ladies that I've taught and coached that are now here with their families here and have businesses here and back supporting the school that they went to. Man, I just can't tell you how cool that is and how fulfilling it is to see that. So thanks to all of you guys, and enjoyed teaching and coaching them. They were awesome. They challenged me sometimes, push you to the limits, but awesome people and doing great things. It's really exciting to see.
As good teachers and coaches should. Thank you for sharing, Coach. 2nd and 10 Zachary 45, Wildcats with an 11-point lead and a football. Furman puts Thomas in motion, still gives it to Shane Brown up the middle, and he's got nowhere to go. Hit hard at the 45-yard line. Still a legal hit. Good team defense by Zachary as Camry McKnight and Michael Seps combined to make the tackle. Third down coming up for Central, and a timeout called by Zachary with 2:15 left in this third quarter.
Yeah, they're able to really just play downhill right now, and that was a big lick coming from the secondary, McKnight. So. But we've done a good job of taking care of the football. If we can just take care of this ball and get a good, clean punt off, I will feel much better there, Mario. The punt, that next play's one is worrying me, but we've done a good job all night. Maybe it's a quick kick again because we've been able to protect that pretty well. So what do you think here? Are we going to take another shot down the field just to see if we can get PI?
Why not? It's worked so far. And offensively, I like the play calling. And defensively, I think they've done a nice job utilizing blitzes. We've seen both of the Mays brothers get involved here tonight, especially KD Mays. And he's done a great job as a lead blocker offensively, but defensively, we know that his biggest strength is just having a nose for the football. And you see that there on this big fourth down sack. Another great individual effort by KD Mays here on senior night.
And you think about a couple of batted balls. He read a screen one time and rerouted it, knocked the screen down, got his hands up and knocked the ball down on that time on the 4th and 5 plays. It's really intuitive and great instincts for the game.
3rd and 10. Here's a run play with Brown up the middle. Not much doing. It will keep the clock going. Gain of about 5 on the play. Looked like Donovan Beatley making first contact before a host of Broncos got him on the ground. Clock stopped now with 2:09 left in this fourth quarter.
So, do we punt this, Mario, or do we just take a shot down the field and kind of see what happens? I almost like just dropping back, throwing it deep again just to see because, I don't know.
At this point, honestly, I'd probably just punt it. 2 minutes, 9 seconds left. But, that's not a bad idea either. And like we said, even the plays where Jackson has put too much air under it or underthrew it or anything, he's at least given his guys a chance. And Central has still benefited from a lot of these penalties.
Yeah, I know you're giving up some field position, but the thought being, and I guess these coaches know their team, how comfortable are you with the snap, the catch, the kick, the protection, all those things. This is where special teams, it's a big special teams play if we are going to try and punt it.
Well said.
Yep.
Got to say, very excited for the next few weeks and what's to come here for this football team. And I think going into the third quarter of that Liberty game, Coach, maybe a lot of people in the stadium feeling a little uneasy, but really coming out of that break, the Wildcats on both sides of the football and on special teams have been really solid.
Yeah, what a turnaround, huh? What a turnaround. Now, Zachary's decided to go punt safe, and Central's calling timeout for seeing it because if you go with this little quick kick, your coverage is not what it normally is. You have your offensive line in, and so I think Coach Semino sees that. So good play by Zachary. Recognize that Central's been running this little quick kick. Let's go ahead and put somebody back to field the kick. You're not used to covering. The reason you do the quick kick is because you kick it with nobody back, and you don't have to worry about coverage. So good job by Coach Semino to see that. Again, also a good adjustment by Zachary.
So with 2:09 remaining, Wildcats will play a 4th and 6 from their own 40. Mario Jerez here along with Coach Watts. Wildcats already surpassing their win total from last year. They're about to get some revenge on the Broncos, who have had a lot of success, again, since 2014. Coming into this game, Central was just 1-8 against this Zachary program. And these are two teams, Coach Watson, kind of similar situations. Great seasons last year, have had to replace a lot on both sides of the football, trying to build a new identity, kind of peak at the best time of year. And this would be a big win for the Wildcats.
Absolutely, and I think both of these coaching staffs and schools have done a great job of rebuilding based on what they lost last year. I mean, you're talking about two big-time players playing at Power 5 schools that Zachary lost last year, and then your best offensive player last year in the running back. To be able to overcome that and rebuild has been awesome.
Speaking of awesome, you can describe that punt by Zimmer as such, as it's down to the 13-yard line by Caden Loop. What an effort by Nathan Zimmer here tonight. Through adverse conditions, very solid on the kickoffs, has had some absolute seeds with these punts in the second half, and it'll be first down, Zachary at the 13.
And I'm just going to tell you, I wasn't worried about the kick. I was worried about the snap, the catching the snap, the protection. The kick was secondary to me, Mario. I'm not going to lie. I just, with a wet field, you talk about the pressure of the game. That's a long snap, and wow, that was well executed. It means that Central's really, their coaching staff's done a great job preparing their kids, and their kids performed under pressure because they have been prepared so well.
So the Wildcats trying to put a button on this one. 1st and 10, Zachary. Last gas for the Broncos perhaps here with 1:58 left in regulation. Gonzalez completes it over the middle. Nice catch made by Traylon Sept. Before he's driven back, they'll mark him down to the 14.
Let him go. I sure would like to see our secondary guys backpedal a little more. It's kind of like we're standing and waiting to see. The only thing you can't do is let somebody run by you right now.
Yes.
Just back up.
Exactly.
I mean, we're only 12 yards deep. I sure would like to see us at 25.
Under 90 seconds to play here in Wildcat Stadium. 11-point lead for Central as we have another pre-snap penalty. See what they call here.
So right guard moved for Zachary.
That he did. Good call. A little fatigue maybe setting in for the Broncos here. And they'll push him back.
I'm not going to feel good until that clock's at 0.
Getting there. 1:15 and counting. Caleb Gonzalez back to throw. Short pass is caught as the receiver is flipped over. Oh, my goodness, what a hit on Jaden Cockerham, laid by Steven Rennell. And they'll definitely have to check on Cockerham after this one. We hope he's okay. Nothing dirty about it, at least not on first glance, but just a big hit.
Yeah, he went up high for the ball. It was thrown high, and Rennell just came in and hit him at his legs and just kind of flipped him. I mean, it wasn't anything he could do. You can't go after his head or anything, so it was really the right play by him.
So they'll check on Jaden Cockerham with 60 seconds to play. As always, all injury timeouts tonight brought to you by Oshner Sports Medicine. And it looks like this is going to be a big, big win within the district for Central, who will play at Scotlandville next week. Heard we plan on broadcasting that game. We'll see if the Wildcats can end the season with the momentum. As we said, Coach, a rough first half last week against Liberty, but really since the third quarter of that game, the defense has been flying around. The offense has looked a lot more in sync. Special teams has done its part. That could be a turning point of the season by the time we look back.
Looks like two totally different teams to me, Mario. Like the pace that we played at last week was just slow and sluggish, and that can happen in a long season like this. But man, we've come out tonight, and I know you're playing Zachary, and it's easy to get up for that. But with the conditions, the delay, all the rain, it'd have been very easy to kind of fall back in that mode, and they haven't. And I will say the same thing for Zachary. They came out ready to play. It's not like they've played poorly. This has been a fight.
It has. And I'd argue red zone defense is what won the game for Central. Here's Gonzalez letting it go from near his own end zone. That ball was tipped. That ball was almost intercepted. Mason Moore, who's had a good game pass rushing and in coverage, read that play. Almost caused a turnover. It is 4th and 10 for Zachary. Defense looks like it's having fun tonight.
Yeah, they've done a really good job and getting hands on a lot of balls, hands up, pressuring the quarterback. I've been really impressed with our defense. That's kind of what I thought this team was made of, this whole season. It seems to me like it's the first time they've really played their best.
55 ticks left on the clock, 4th and 10. Last gas for the Broncos. Here's Gonzalez. Lets it go, middle of the field, and it's dropped a little behind the receiver, Christian Brooks, who's not able to hang on. The Wildcats take over, and Central will win its 8th game this season.
Now I feel good, Mario.
As you should.
Now I feel good.
Good vibes all around here in the press box. There is a flag down on that last play. See what they call here. The Wildcats take over. They will improve to 8-1. They'll hand Zachary their second loss of this football season. And the Wildcats will go for 9 wins next week at Scotlandville.
I think you'll see both of these teams playing a lot of football over the next few weeks throughout the playoffs. So I expect a lot.
I would tend to agree with you. And we said before the game, this could be a big game for seeding. 15-yard penalty on that last play.
Yeah, another unsportsmanlike. I know Coach Semino's not going to be happy about that, and he'll take care of that because, some of the undisciplined things we saw last week he obviously addressed because we didn't see him this week in terms of play.
Mm-hmm.
And, Mario, you look at this football game, I know Zachary's going to look back and say maybe some wasted opportunities, in terms of red zone plays. But I will also say Central bowed up in the red zone defensively, and they didn't just make mistakes. We pressured them. We got after them, made some big hits, and we never let them get comfortable on offense. We held Zachary High School to 3 points.
Exactly. That's a statement right there. After they scored 40-plus last year. And this team has only lost one game all season, but as we said, just watching them in the last 6 quarters, hopefully it's a turnaround. Shane Brown, with a great effort here tonight, has to be close to 100 yards as he's sharing the backfield with Furman. And the Wildcats will celebrate their 8th win of the season here on senior night. Final score from Wildcat Stadium. Central gets the win 14-3 over Zachary. And the Wildcats win a big one here tonight.
That's a great statement win for Central High School, Mario, and just a hard-fought game. I've never felt comfortable this game was over until we got the football right there, and they were out of timeouts, as explosive as they are. Hard-fought. Both teams are really well coached. Both teams are going to my prediction now, could be wrong. I think they're going to both going to have a great year in the playoffs and go deep. Don't know how far, but love to see a state championship come out of this game again.
I would think so too, and hopefully this game can help Central host a playoff game. That would be nice this season. Certainly I think the team has earned the right to do that. One more game to come next week in the regular season against Scotlandville. We hope to be there on this broadcast for Coach Watts, for our entire crew here from Wildcat Stadium. I am Mario Jerez saying good night. One more time, the final score, Central 14, Zachary 3. Good night from Central, and thank you for watching Wildcats football.